2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day! Hump day! Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a good Wednesday afternoon, whatever you're doing, however you are doing it. Appreciate you stopping by here. This is The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. That young man is Jason Penix. Happy hump day, Penix.
You know, it's a solid Wednesday. It's fun to actually see guys on a football field. Now, granted, no pads are on.
No.
And I feel like we talk about this every year. Dude, it's the first day, and that dude's already hurt. This dude's already hurt. This guy's holding in. It's already been a rough start for some.
Boy, Shamar Stewart, you got to feel bad for that guy. Out of Texas A&M, first-round draft pick last year. The Bengals certainly wanted to rely on that guy. And I'm not going to speculate what the injury is, but, man, you watch that video, it looks awful. So as soon as we get an update on Shamar Stewart, we'll let you know. But, oh, my goodness, it looked bad.
You can look. We all play armchair MD, all of us. You look at that injury, that dude's done for the season.
And then some, maybe. Who knows?
I mean, the Joe Theismann reference, the who was the other dude? The Alex.
Alex Smith.
Yeah. He's on ESPN all the time now, right?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
See his legs, and they look like Frankenstein.
My goodness. I mean, just watching that. The leg's not supposed to do that by any stretch, and the ankle probably shouldn't do that either.
Yeah, this was not good. If you get a chance to look at that, it's all over Twitter right now, and the video's out there. Even slow-mo it down for you. So if you've just had lunch or something, you might not want to look at it right away. But it's bad. It's one of those that you kind of go, oh, yay.
Exactly.
But again, I think the Bengals are cursed. I mean, I honestly do. I think they're cursed in a lot of ways because, their defense was going to be a little bit better this year. I'm not sure how much, but you lose a Stewart, and that's a big blow. I mean, they were counting on that guy.
And again, you think about their offseason, they let a big fish get out the door, all right, but, because they think they got the replacement, which is why you go with what Jerry Jones said yesterday about willing to mortgage the future for something big now. He's willing, which is something that Jerry hasn't technically, it's not part of his MO. That's outside of the game plan.
Yeah.
But when you feel really good about what you have, you're willing to go all in. You're willing to say, you know what? Those draft picks 3 years from now, they don't help this year's team. What can I do to help this year's team?
And I think that's great. And we've been wanting Jerry Jones to do this for a long time. And that's the weird thing, good thing, bad thing, however you want to put it about a game of football. I mean, one guy like that gets an injury, just a freak injury on a day where you're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
No pads, no nothing, and the leg just goes the wrong way. And, I mean, that can happen to any team. And that's the problem. And so when you have an opportunity, you've put together a good team, you got to go for it, I think. I think the days of waiting and trying to build a team in the NFL are over. I think you go out and you try and do whatever you can to make that team competitive each and every year.
Yet I feel like we say that every year. But again, can they have a Super Bowl caliber team? Sure. But you got to be healthy.
Well, I think they do.
I mean, you got to be good and you got to be lucky when it comes to the injury bug.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because we've seen some really good Cowboy teams. And that's what we focus on because there's been a lot of really good teams. You get bit by the injury bug and you're done. All hope is lost. You look at the Rams. Everybody's talking about the Rams. They're a major injury away from being, well, that was fun. Let's try next year. You look at all the talk about the Houston Texans and more contract talk when it comes to CJ Stroud, and we'll get into it. But you look at how great that defense is. A bad injury, and all of a sudden, they're vulnerable.
Absolutely, and it could happen to anybody. And you have some team come out of nowhere, the way the Commanders did, a couple of years ago, the Patriots did last year. You just never know what team's going to get hot, what team's going to be the luckiest. And it doesn't matter how good you look on paper right now. Can you survive the journey? And that's the beauty of the NFL. And it's disappointing if you lose a major piece of your puzzle, but it happens. And those teams that are lucky and can survive that are the ones standing at the end. It's going to be interesting to see, but today starts the journey because the Cowboys they hit the practice field just a few minutes ago. They're out there right now, but only in jerseys and shorts.
And again, we will be there Sunday when the pads go on. Monday, live from Oxnard, California, our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage begins noon to 4 Pacific time, 2 to 6 here.
Yes.
Which means we're going to miss the debut of the Golics. I'm a betting man, and I can bet that we probably won't hear the Golics on Monday morning.
I would say that's a pretty good bet. I'm certainly not going to beer bet you on that one. We won't hear that. We'll be getting ready. We'll be out at practice.
Although, as we say that, let's see. That'd be 8 o'clock in California. A Sunday night Rudder Room experience, 8 o'clock. Yeah, we're not going to hear that.
No, we're not going to hear that.
Even on ESPN LA.
It's not going to happen. Although I will say, and I'll give you and I a lot of credit, we get out to the field pretty early.
Yeah, about 8:30.
Get set up, get ready to go, and do our social media obligations.
Yeah.
All of that kind of good stuff.
And our social obligations.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, we have to do that.
I mean, will you have a conversation with a SEAL?
I might. It's possible. I like talking to those SEALs.
I know you do. And what's crazy is I see all these videos of people going up to Buffalo at Yellowstone.
Uh-huh.
And I forget who it was last year. One of the dudes from the fan up in Dallas got a little too close to one of those SEALs that didn't really do much but started towards him. And, of course, then he started running in the sand. Do SEALs attack?
Well, I don't want to find out, honestly, and I'm not going to get that close to one.
Well, if we're going to get video of you conversating with the SEAL, you're going to have to get close to it.
Well, dude, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you will.
No.
Yeah, you will. You'll get some liquid courage. And they'll start barking, and you're going to go bark at them.
Well, I'll go bark at them.
Yeah, but you got to get close enough to them so we can get good video.
We've got AI now.
It's all for no. We don't.
We've got AI. We can do AI stuff.
No, because then who knows what you'd be doing with that SEAL if you leave it up to Pledge and AI.
Well, this is true.
Yeah,
that's a damn good point. He's got a warped mind. That's for sure. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, warped mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to that SEAL?
Uh-huh. Well, I wouldn't be doing anything to that SEAL. I'm afraid that SEAL would be doing something to me. Have you seen how big those damn things are?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why I'm not getting close. He might say, "Ooh, hubba hubba."
That's not what he's going to say.
Give me the
like
Harry Kane special. He might say that and
Lunch.
say, "Woo,
lunch."
Yeah, but he might want to take advantage of me first.
No, just keep your shoes on.
Uh-huh. I won't be getting close to a SEAL.
You say that now.
No, I'm saying it. I'm saying it from here on out. Anybody that's listening that has social media aspirations of me being with a SEAL, forget about it.
A couple of drinks.
Ain't happening.
A couple of drinks, some liquid courage, and some peer pressure, and you're going to ride a SEAL in Oxnard.
Dude, when have I ever given into peer pressure that you've known me?
Let's see. I've known you, what 35 years?
Uh-huh.
I've seen you give into peer pressure about 35 times.
Yeah, whatever, dude. No, you haven't.
I mean, dude.
Don't lie to the people,
I have
man.
video of you on a mechanical bull in Dallas.
That wasn't peer pressure. That was my idea. That was my idea.
Mm-hmm.
I love those things. I'm a John Travolta urban cowboy guy. I've been on mechanical bulls my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, that was my idea. There was no peer pressure there.
Figured it out. You got to get him drunk enough to where he thinks it's his idea.
Well, you can try that. Sure.
I mean, it might have been his idea, but until somebody tipped the guy a whole lot of money to let Joe skip the line.
Well, that's your fault, dude.
Yeah, well,
your fault,
it was your
man.
idea, but you saw those 20-something-year-old girls in line, and all of a sudden, some other time, some
Yeah.
other time. Nah, dude, I got this.
Yeah, that's your fault,
I
brother.
got this.
Hump day.
And that guy was like, it's not really what we're looking for here. And I'm like, I know, but. And he put you on there.
Well, yeah. So, I'm not sure whether to say thank you or not because it really wouldn't have mattered one way or the other.
It's a not.
No.
It's a not.
Yeah, that's what happens with Penix when he gets drunk. It separates him from his money.
It does.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
If I can pay to watch other people do stupid stuff, I'm willing to do it, as long as I don't have to do it.
Well, you see, there's nobody to pay for me to get on a seal or get close to one.
If I can get guy from the
who?
From behind the bar at the
You gotta
rotor
pay
room.
the seal?
I mean, I get some bait, throw it over there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we could have a poll, and it'd be 100-0. Do you want to see Joe get close to a seal in Oxnard?
Uh-huh.
And
put it up there.
If the people ask for it.
If it's 100-0, then, I'll think about it.
No, I mean, look. It's 75% has to say you want to do it.
No,
it's
75%.
Majority.
Wait a minute. You're feeling pretty confident
I know
until now.
I know you say 100%. I know which way you'd vote just so you wouldn't have to do it.
I'm not. I won't vote.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Won't do it.
I don't believe you. I know you too well. You'll be texting Maggie, just vote no in this poll. Vote no in this poll. You'll call your brother, vote no in the poll.
No, I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. We'll see what happens out there. But those seals are huge. And I hear they're mean. So, I mean, it's one thing. I love the radio station. I do just about anything for this station, for good
Job
content.
Security? Yeah.
Well, jobs. Come on, dude. Really, I'm not worried about that.
True.
Look, so.
Nor should you be.
I'm not. I'm too damn old to worry about that. I'm okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is there's something I don't want to get eaten. Or can you imagine better if one of those things just lay on you? Maybe you'd be a pancake.
Well, I mean, it's possible. So, Pledge, if this poll is 100% yes, Joe will go touch a seal in Oxnard. I don't know about touching a seal. I just want him close enough to get a photo with them both smiling.
Joe already ruined it.
Well, perhaps.
Oh, he did, huh?
No, I haven't voted. I haven't voted at all. Not at all. Somebody voted no? See, I can't even look at it yet because I haven't voted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there. There's a poll staring at me right now.
A singular no vote.
I wonder who did that. Thanks, Mom.
Dude, I'm sorry. I bet you it was Ramiro. Son of a... Mm-hmm. The good news about that means I don't have to get close to the seal, too.
Well, I mean,
the byproduct of this whole thing is I've got to get a little closer to that seal than I want to be.
Your camera zoom's fine.
Sure.
Good point. Good point.
See, there's 12% of the people that they're taking up for me.
It's 88-12. That still means one person voted no, and that one person is Joseph Reinagel.
Is that you want to know the truth? I voted yes, just to shut you and Pledge up.
See, now I don't know if you're lying or not because a second ago you said you hadn't voted yet, and now you're saying you voted yes. I don't know that I can believe you.
Well, so I could get in to see what the vote count was.
Yeah. Somebody already ruined the poll. So, Pledge, start the poll over.
Well, you don't think that somebody's going to come back in and ruin it again?
Don't ruin it. That's why it's got to be at least 75% when it's all said and done.
75% is way too low.
It's
and maybe I'll go
You're right. You're right. It's too low. Let's go 60-40.
Dude, you have no confidence.
I think we can get to 90.
There's just too many trolls out there.
Yeah. Well, I see. Yeah, and people are voting no now. It's 81-19.
I think the trolls would like to see that.
There's always that one guy. See, Eagle
Don't be
fan.
that guy.
Leave it to Eagle fan.
Well, see, I don't know. Is that the real Eagle fan or not?
Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Because we get these doofuses who, come on and want to pretend to be other people.
Yeah, Glenn.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, we'll see what happens out in Oxnard. When it comes to the extracurricular activity, not the stuff that goes on the field, there's a lot going on around the NFL. Because everybody's in camp now. We already told you about Shamar Stewart. Unfortunate for him. But what about C.J. Stroud? Nick Caserio weighing in on the C.J. Stroud conversations. We'll hear from him when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here, and I've got a question for you. What if every month you had access to a different exotic car? Well, that's what Pascucci Prestige membership is all about. Instead of owning one dream car, you get access to an entire collection of incredible vehicles and concierge-level service. It's luxury without the long-term commitment. You know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live the exotic lifestyle, this is your chance. Pascucci Prestige. Visit PascucciPrestige.com and book your ride today.
Yes, JCPenney has thousands of back-to-school items under $10. And when you join JCPenney Rewards Access today, you can get a $10 cash pass too. Learn more at jcp.com/rewards. Yes, JCPenney. Exclusions apply.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We asked them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Academy is giving back to school back to kids with brands like Nike, Burlebo, and Adidas. Line up early on August 1st to score a promo card worth up to $100. Be one of the first 125 in line for a guaranteed promo card valued at $20 or more. Academy. No purchase necessary. Open to Texas residents 18 or older. See academy.com/official rules.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Roseanne's lost all of her humor. She's a miserable woman.
I never found her funny, so she just got more miserable.
Snooki. Damn.
She was a cochina.
He was like, bleh.
All right. Enough of this. Grow up, Vic. I can't do this all day.
Oh, yes, we can.
That's a Jersey Susia.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Cowboys sideline reporter Christy.
Christy Scales. We'll see her next week.
Mm-hmm.
She's out there. She may even join us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Lots going on around the NFL, including the Houston Texans. You know, that other team in Texas.
Yeah, but before we get to the Texans, you just said something.
Uh-huh.
Christy Scales may join us. She would.
Absolutely.
We see her. We'll ask her.
Uh-huh.
Probably Brad Sham, Mickey Spagnola.
Sure.
But of those that are covering the Dallas Cowboys that are in Oxnard that you want us to get on the show, let us know who you guys want to hear from. Put it in the comments there on our YouTube page, which you can access through sasportstar.com, or if you're on YouTube, go to and search San Antonio Sports Star. But from the Nick Eatmans to the Brad Shams to, I mean, you know, the players, we request all the players.
Yes.
But we get who we get, right? You know, we would anticipate, like we do every year, Dak Prescott. By the way, happy birthday to Dak.
33. Dude, he's old.
Nothing better than the time when we were out there and interviewing Dak on his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he was done with our interview, Zeke put a cake in his face.
Yes.
And, of course, that was all on Hard Knocks. That was kind of cool. And then Zeke later was like, dude, that interview was going forever, man. I was standing there with that cake hoping that he wouldn't see us. But it was fun. But if there are some people out there that you guys like and follow that aren't regulars on this program, and you want us to try to get them on the show, let us know who you want to hear from. We'd be glad. I mean, we know most of them. I won't say all, but we know most of them. We probably do know all of them that are out there. But if there's somebody that you guys really want to hear from, let us know. Well, if we're in Oxnard, we'll get them on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see what's going on, especially with all the excitement that's going on. I saw that there was not a huge crowd that went in today, but enough of one. And here's the problem. Even if you're the most diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, and I guess maybe it makes sense if you just want to see those guys, but it's like playing in your backyard right now.
Yep.
And so it's just, you know, there's nobody covering anybody. There's nobody blocking or tackling or anything like that. They're just out there getting their feet underneath them right now. And then they will start up with that, I guess, on Sunday in full pads. And that's when training camp really begins.
The idea that the crowd kind of like Saturday for opening day will be crazy. And next week, obviously, with the pads are on. But keep in mind, it's 11 o'clock in the morning out there when practice is starting.
Very true.
You know, and a lot of those that are out there today, the autograph people. And the guys know that. And
Absolutely.
go the other way.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely. Now, the Texans, they're opening up as well. And something that we've talked about the last couple of weeks is C.J. Stroud's contract. Will he get one done before the season? Mr. Word Salad himself, Nick Caserio, was talking about the C.J. extension talks.
Yeah, he's had a really good offseason. It's probably the best offseason he's had since he's been here. He's had a good attitude. He's been consistent. He's got the right mindset. I'd say we've definitely had productive conversations over the course of the spring. So, I mean, there's a possibility that something could come to fruition. So we'll work through it and, you know, see what happens.
I'm not sure exactly what that means. I think it's the general manager saying, yeah, we've had a conversation or two. I don't know what that means. But he doesn't have a contract. So.
No, but will he get one done before training camp is over?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we'll take it one day at a time. Like I said, we've had pretty constructive discussions here over the course of the spring. So I'd say, you know, it's a possibility something can happen in training camp. If it doesn't happen in training camp, then we'll probably have to make a decision about, you know, what we feel makes the most sense. So, like I said, try to take it one day at a time, and, you know, if we reach an end point, great. If we don't, you know, I think everybody understands what that, you know, will entail as well.
The one part about that Nick Caserio did say in a whole lot of nothing when he was talking about it, and there's another cut that's a minute and too long of nothing, is they are talking. It's not like they've completely tabled C.J. Stroud's contract talks to next offseason. So I do find that kind of interesting, which tells me if they're talking and for him to bring it up and say it the way he did following Nick Caserio as long as we have, I do wonder if they are closer than what most people realize. Because I've heard Nick Caserio, no, man, we're not getting into it. And everything was good. So, in other words, it doesn't sound like CJ's about to reset the market by any means. It's still going to be a boatload of money, but could there be something done? Yeah, I mean, possibility. No, we're not talking about it. None of that. So maybe that Nick Caserio is taking advantage of a really piss-poor playoff performance, and the agent's trying to say, yeah, but what about the regular season? But maybe they are a little bit closer to that neighborhood than you think.
I mean, it's possible. It didn't sound like that, or unless he's just trying to throw us off the trail. But I don't know why Nick Caserio or anybody else would be in a hurry to sign C.J. Stroud at this point in time.
Because this is the cheapest C.J. Stroud's ever going to be.
I don't care. He's not going to be cheap if he sucks. He's going to be very expensive if he continues to suck.
Well, see, even then, right? Even then, if he still has plenty of time left on his rookie deal, and then you can franchise tag him. But if he's your guy, and it sounds like he's the guy, then this is the cheapest he is going to be. I mean, and again, the contract allows for them to have these discussions right now in the timeline. And Nick Caserio did go on and on about nothing, talking about the timeline they have to get this done.
Take all the information in and just try to make the best decision possible. Have an understanding of what the market is, what are the dynamics. It's not necessarily about what other teams are doing. Like, we're focused on the Texans, and we're focused on doing what we feel is best for our team. So there's a lot of contracts that get done in the offseason. You have free agency, you have extensions, you have contracts that get done in training camp, you have contracts that get done during the course of the season.
Yep.
I think one of the things that we've shown is we're pretty flexible. So engage in the discussions, try to figure out if we can agree upon a certain level that everybody's comfortable with, and if we can arrive at that end point, great. If we can't, then maybe it's at a further point down the road. So I'd say to your question, Sarge, we try not to overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Just take the information, and we're making an assessment about what we think potentially we have in the player, what it's going to look like moving forward. Doesn't mean we're going to be right on everything. Absolutely not. But we just try to make the right decision with the information that we have in real time. And if we got to make an adjustment along the way, then we'll make an adjustment.
It's interesting what he said there, because it doesn't sound like by that soundbite we just heard that he is absolutely 100% sold on C.J. Stroud. It does not sound that way to me. Am I hearing this wrong? In all honesty,
maybe a little bit, and partly. Very confident, best offseason he's ever had.
What does that mean?
Check.
What does that mean? He lifted more weight than he usually does, or
means
what?
He's locked in.
Yeah,
he's locked in.
I don't know what that means. The best offseason he's ever had.
Look, what do you expect him to say?
Well, I'm just saying.
The guy didn't do enough this. He was there. Just all of that. And now CJ was asked about his contract. Maybe.
Yeah, I think everything is being.
Wow.
I think everything has been great. I'm focused on ball, trying to do trying to just hold my bargain down on just the football side and do what I can, and what I should be doing as a quarterback of this team. So I'm letting them handle it, and it seems like everything is going great. Yeah, I think pressure is part of my job, so that's just something I think is part of the gig, and something that I'm not, naive to, but also I've learned you got to keep the main thing, and, just focus on one day at a time, one play, and the football is what's got me to even having the conversation to be able to get a second contract, so I got to focus on football.
So, again, you get all the cliches from the Houston Texans, from the boss man to the quarterback.
That's great. Mm-hmm. And if you're CJ, you ought to do the Baker Mayfield. If we don't get something done by the time the season starts, we're not talking about it till next offseason.
And that's where I wonder how close they really are, because the reason that the Texans would want to do it before the regular season starts, this is the cheapest he's going to be. And I expect CJ to have a good year. I expect the Texans to have a really good year. And that would be wildly expensive for Nick Caserio and the Houston Texans to wait.
I see it a whole different way. Yeah, it's going to be cheap. It's still going to be in the $50 million range.
Sure,
that's not cheap.
It will be, but
I don't know what cheap to you is.
But if I'm CJ and I'm David Mulligetta, I want to wait. I want to wait. I want to let some of these other guys go. I think you're seeing something similar play out right now with some running backs. Both Jahmyr Gibbs, who now is he's the show in Detroit because David Montgomery's in Houston. He's holding in, and so is Bijan Robinson. And both are going to wait to see who goes first so the other one can top him, because all of them are looking at Saquon's contract and saying, he reset the market. That's the neighborhood I now want to live in.
Well, sure, and if you're Bijan Robinson, I think both of those guys, quite frankly, I think they will get paid handsomely.
Yep.
Will they reset the market? I don't know. I'm not sure either one of those have reached Saquon Barkley status yet. In all seriousness, I'm not sure. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Again, if you're a football team and you sign a guy to a 4 or 5 year contract at $55 million per, and he turns out to be a bust, you're screwed. I don't care how much money you think you saved because you signed him early.
Mm-hmm.
You're screwed. So you're gambling, putting all the money on the table, hoping that guy has the year that you think he's going to have.
Yeah, and then the subsequent years as well.
Well, exactly. And so what I've seen out of C.J. Stroud the last few years, I'd be pretty worried if I'm Nick Caserio, to be totally honest with you. So I don't know how Houston Texan fans feel about that, but I'd be a little concerned, especially with his performance under pressure. Speaking of performances under pressure, R.J. Ochoa. He just predicted on Twitter, Penix, that the Cowboys are going to win 38 straight Super Bowls. And it all starts right now.
Day drinking again, huh?
That's what he said. I think he's shooting heroin or something. I'm not sure.
Heroin.
We'll ask him when he joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Still using the I got a guy approach for your digital marketing? Relying on one person in today's rapidly shifting online landscape is costing you more in lost opportunities. You need the deep bench expertise of Conrex Digital. We provide more than just a presence. We deliver results. From high converting websites and SEO to engaging social content and lead generation on Google and Meta, we handle it all. Dominate your competition with expert programmatic and streaming TV campaigns. Bold marketing, real results. Visit conrexdigital.com. Conrex Digital makes it happen.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Craving real, authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prices, and fun for the whole family.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149. $30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
Is that just RJ Ochoa? We get weird music like that because RJ's coming on? I don't know. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Ryan Eagle. He's Jason Penix.
We've got to check the sobriety level of one R.J. Ochoa, who joined us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. About an hour ago, John Machota tweets a video of Christian Parker signing some autographs going out to the field. And R.J., clearly day drinking, quote tweets it and says, "When the Cowboys are coming off their 38th straight Super Bowl win, we will look back at this moment where it all began."
Yeah, I thought about going 40, but wanted to be a little conservative. You know what I mean? So 30, after that, they'd really have to prove something in my mind. Everything feels great. Everything feels hunky-dory. I'm definitely chugging the Kool-Aid as much as everybody else is right now. Football being back is enough of kind of an elixir in that sort of sense. But the fact that everything is so positive and that we're listening to songs from the early 2010s. I mean, I feel like it's like Dollar Wells night. You know what I mean? So I'm loose and goosey right now. Let's party.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm curious, RJ, what you thought about Jerry Jones' comments yesterday. Max Crosby or somebody that he seems to be chasing or asking about, inquiring about. Do you honestly think Jerry Jones would make a huge splash and mortgage the future, as he called it yesterday?
Well, first of all, I thought that was the only moment that Jerry kind of let himself out of the cage. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, he was pretty buttoned up. But credit to Jane Slater, she threw a piece of red meat in there, and he just couldn't resist. I definitely buy that they feel like they're close. And I think it's a combination of things. I think they feel like they're, obviously well entrenched in the current system and regime of Brian Schottenheimer. They have, what is pretty universally agreed upon to be one of the better top flight quarterbacks in the entire NFL. They've got, debatably the best offense in the NFL, if not a top 5 group on a bad day. They've got a defense that, if you just kind of do the math from everything involved, will put them in a position to obviously be competitive. And they're playing in a division where the dudes who've run it for a little while just kind of can't get out of their own way. And so everything suggests that it's all right there. It's all within their grasp. They've just got to do everything they can to ultimately reach out and take it. And the reality of the NFL is, while there are so many things that are unpredictable, the higher you can set your floor, the easier it is to reach out and grab that thing. And so I think that they're definitely interested in raising their floor wherever that ultimately is in their purview. And I think the first couple of weeks of camp are going to help identify exactly where that is.
RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com here on the Blitz. RJ, as soon as he said that, obviously everybody starts thinking about Max Crosby. But who else, if it's not Max Crosby, would Jerry be thinking of? What other owner do you think he might have been talking to 2 days ago?
So 2 days ago was the day that Vita Vea requested a trade from the Buccaneers. I mean, if you're just, if you're searching for the dots to connect, and it would make sense, right, if you're an NFL owner or dignitary to see that report and, hit the, you up sort of text, their version of that. I think that the names that made sense or have made sense over the offseason have all kind of fizzled out. Azeez Al-Shaair, the Houston Texans, got a new deal. Jordan Brooks got a new deal with the Miami Dolphins. Denzel Ward made some sense, got a brand new deal today. The Vita Vea thing doesn't make sense to me from a pragmatic standpoint, just because, as we talked about last week, that's where the Cowboys kind of have the most depth along the defensive side of the ball. I think at linebacker, that's probably where you probably need the most help. If you're looking at this team and where they kind of stand today, at corner certainly makes sense. And so while Max Crosby is the low-hanging fruit and the sexy name out there, I think you're right. I think that probably doesn't make a ton of sense. But at the same time, that could just be a matter of semantics. It could be talking to somebody who has a history with Von Miller, who has a history with Jadeveon Clowney, something like that. You know what I mean? That does technically make what he said to be true. But I definitely believe that they're going to add somebody one way or another before, they break the Oxnard portion of things.
By the way, just Jadeveon Clowney in Cleveland today, I saw, talking with those folks about employment there. The Max Crosby thing, I think, is as soon as that little thing came out, social media was all over that. It's Max Crosby. That's got to be who they're talking about. And I think it was because Jerry – And I thought it was interesting the way when Jane Slater asked him the question about Max Crosby and why did you stop, and he said, we didn't. And I just wonder, that to me makes the most sense. Can you imagine if Jerry swung for the fences and you add a Max Crosby to a defense that, is much improved, and that defensive line might be the best in football with a Max Crosby added to it?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm with you, Joe. I think the phrasing of things was very, it was very sexy, right? Like from a headline standpoint, and when it wasn't, we are interested. It was, we didn't close the door on this. It felt very Ross and Rachel-y, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's my sweater, you know what I mean? That I left at their apartment type thing. And so in that respect, I think that, the Max Crosby thing also at some level feels the most pragmatic, because that would likely cost the least, right? Like there's no question that the asking price or I wouldn't even say the actual paid price from the Baltimore Ravens is not what, he's ultimately going to go for if he does end up being moved from the Raiders at some point in time. So I do think that Jerry, for as much as he likes to dance and play around, and I'm sure that was very fun for him, he is very purposeful. And I don't think he's a liar with regards to, things the team is legitimately interested in. And to leave that door open or to push it open after being cracked it suggests that the Cowboys definitely have their eye on Max. I believe they have it, on several other people as well. But for Max Crosby, look, they were willing to give up something significant and sizable to get him just a handful of months ago. And so you don't exactly develop a cold shoulder towards that same person over that course of time.
RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. RJ, the offseason, very quiet, drama-free for the Cowboys. Even yesterday's press conference, Brian Schottenheimer talked a lot more than, I don't know, any head coach that I could remember. Steven only got 2 answers, which is about normal. And that one, the potential of sacrificing the future for the now. And Jerry had one Jerryism where, I don't know, Barry Switzer and burning wagons for firewood, whatever the hell that was. But leading to the point of they're not shying away from Super Bowl talk. We've seen years where they don't want to talk Super Bowl. They're not afraid of that. And then Jerry said, and I know most of you, talking to the media, don't think we'll get there, and he likes that. Do you like Jerry in this underdog kind of role that that card that he played yesterday?
Yeah, I do. And I remember going to training camp in San Antonio right before my senior year of high school. No offense to anybody who's offended by the timing of that. Yeah, sorry. But I remember they sold these T-shirts that, and I'm sure you guys had some or saw them, and it's like a road, right? This thing has been, or this trope has been done a million times, and it was like San Antonio, 1 mile, Dallas, 3 miles, whatever, and then it had, at the time, the Super Bowl was in Tampa. So, Tampa, like, whatever. And the whole point was, like, that was the destination. And so I do think we've done the, like, Super Bowl thing before in a commercial way, in a silly way, in a dreamy, Hollywoody sort of way. And my read on it, because I agree with you, Jason, is that they're looking at it in just no, that's the goal way. Not in a let's make a big to-do about it, let's be silly. Nobody's saying anything silly, but I think that they're willing to put their cards on the table and say, this is what we're chasing. And there is a boldness to that. There's a bravery to that. There's a cunningness to that. I think that kind of stems from Brian Schottenheimer and Dak Prescott. They both are kind of dudes who are willing to hit on 19. And so I think that it's very cool. And I think that in a weird way, the drought and everything that they've been through has sort of like freed them, right? Like that, because what happens if they don't get there? People are going to say, aha, you losers. You said on July 28th you wanted to be in the Super Bowl. You didn't get there. What a bunch of clowns. Like, they've all, been made fools of and been mocked, up and down, left and right. And so I think that has given them a sort of superpower callus, if that makes sense. And, not everybody is confident enough in themselves and what they can do. Because I think there is a boldness and a cunningness measured with a confidence in your own skill set. And I think they're just kind of living at the middle of that Venn diagram right now. And they sort of seem untouchable right now, right? Like, what do they feel like, or what do you look at them and say, like, man, they just feel insecure about this? I think that isn't to say they're the best team in the NFL, but they just seem very confident in who they are as a team. And that hasn't been the case in a little bit.
I mean, and you're right. And I've got no problem with it. I love Dak Prescott showing up in the T-shirt and Shotty, and I think you're absolutely right, RJ. I think this is Brian Schottenheimer more than anybody else. You can throw in Dak Prescott too, and you're probably right. But I think it's Shotty just bringing that attitude, that bravado that says, hey, I mean, that's what we're here for. Let's talk Super Bowl. Why should we shy away from that talk?
Yeah, and I mean all of this with respect to Brian, but I think that, he's probably heard in his life, I mean, how many times would we guess, things about nepotism and things about like, oh, your father's son, if you weren't a Schottenheimer or whatever, blah, blah. Like, I mean, in many ways, he's lived the Dallas Cowboys life on a different scale, longer than the franchise has been experiencing the drought. And so I think that in that particular respect, he's the perfect coach for them because he's got the same sort of like callous, to use that word again. And so he's got also, beyond that, I think he's learned, at the feet of some very bold personalities, not just in the NFL, but like his two biggest mentors that he's talked about, throughout his football journey have been Steve Spurrier and Pete Carroll. And those are two dudes who are willing to hang it all out there. And so I think when you measure that with his immunity to walking through fire, so to speak, it just creates this energy and this confidence that you can do anything. Or at the very least, if you can't, you're gonna give everything you can to die trying. And if you die trying, so be it. That's just the way that those things shook out. And it is refreshing. It is kind of exciting to see them, in an underdog role like that, because they've always been the overdog, right? Like that, they're looking up at the Philadelphia Eagles. Like that has really not happened in a lifetime, right? And so I think that it makes the story a lot more fun. They're kind of a group that's, riding that story right now, and we'll see ultimately where it takes them.
RJ, when you think about as practice is going on, again, no contact, so really hard to gauge anything, but the talk about the offensive lineman, and Tyler Smith initially saying he didn't know where he was going to play, guard or tackle, Schottenheimer saying guard, but they're going to play the best five. When you look at the offensive line as a whole and those five guys, I don't know how you take your guard and move them out to tackle, but what's your concern level for Tyler Guyton as training camp begins? Of can he at least be okay? Can he be solid? I don't need him to be great, but he can't be crap like he was last year.
Yeah, well, I think if he wasn't crap, there would be no talk of this, right? Like there would be no plan, right? Like are they saying like, we really just got to get somebody else work at left guard? We don't really trust Tyler Smith there. No, because he's awesome and it's perfect. This is only a thing because he's not trustworthy, and that's unfortunate. But the really unfortunate reality is the domino and ripple effect, because now you've got to get Tyler Smith some work at left tackle for, that potential rainy day. You've got to get everybody else work at their corresponding positions if you have to, go to plan B, because now Tyler Smith is not playing left guard. Maybe in that world, you do have to move, let's live hypothetically, Cooper Beebe out to left guard. That means you have to move Tyler Booker inside to play center now, which is obviously something that's corroborated by what he said yesterday. Now all of a sudden you have a hole at right guard, and all of this is the case because Tyler Guyton can't hack it at left tackle. Again, hypothetically, but that is the biggest thing. There's no drama, certainly, and that is an amazing thing. But if there is a black cloud hanging over their overall operation, it's that, man, you don't know who the second most important is on your offense right now. And that dude holds the key to everything that is Dak Prescott. And if you can't figure that out, then you're going to have to create a lot of other issues just in the name of chasing and fixing it, which is obviously what you don't want to have to do.
And which is really a shame, because when you look at that offense, it looks like every other position is solid. If there is a weakness on that offense, it's got to be that offensive line, at least a couple of cogs in that offensive line, whether you're looking at Terrence Steele or Tyler Guyton. I don't think you can trust either one of those guys at this point in time.
Yeah, and I would offer that Tyler Guyton saved Terrence Steele a job, right? Because if Tyler Guyton had been legitimate, this offseason, they probably would have moved on from Terrence Steele. But you can't, right? You simply cannot get rid of your bad tackle if you have an even worse tackle, and those are your top two starting options. And I think that certainly impacted their drafting of Drew Shelton here in the fourth round. That has certainly improved, I would imagine, their perception of Nate Thomas, just because he's the next man up. He's the other option in play. And you can make an argument that that's a position where they certainly could benefit from trading for somebody as well. It's just a lot more difficult to trade for a tackle and bring them in even at a point of training camp. And so, again, I mean, we're kind of joking and somewhat laughing about it, but that is the spider web of problems that have been created because Tyler Guyton has not become a reliable veteran in his third NFL season. Like, after this year, he's eligible for a new deal. You simply cannot be having these discussions and concerns about somebody who you spent a first-round pick in general on, but certainly at this point in their career where they're supposed to be a cornerstone of your overall franchise.
RJ, you think about what we've seen video-wise and following people's tweets on the first day of practice. Looks like Caleb Downs is moving all over the field. Very versatile, which is what they needed, what they got, and at least in the first practice, that's what they're doing. And Joseph Hoyt with the Dallas Morning News tweeted out the starting secondary, Durant, Downs, Hooker, Thompson, and Bland. That's got to be your opening day secondary, does it not?
Yeah, I don't know that Joe was I don't know if he thought it was shocking or, if he was just sharing it. But when I saw that, I was like, that's pretty normal. That would be like saying starting quarterback Dak Prescott, to me. I think that's also another situation that is similar to the Tyler Guyton in that, I think Kobe Durant is, of their true corners, probably they're best suited to play that nickel corner slot. But if you don't have somebody who you can rely on to play opposite of Deron Bland outside, then now you've got a Kobe Durant out there. And granted, while Caleb Downs is awesome and amazing and incredibly versatile and can play that nickel spot, I want him to be everywhere. I want him to be as versatile. I don't want him to be dedicated to one single position. But if you're pigeonholed because you can't rely on somebody else elsewhere, now you've lost that versatility for Caleb Downs, which is obviously part of what makes him so special.
All right, RJ, the most important question of the day. Penix has got a wild hair thinking I'm going to take a picture with a seal when we get out to Oxnard. And we have that up on our poll question today on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Do you want Joe to go get close enough to a seal to take a picture with it? The yeses have it right now at 77%. Where would you vote, RJ?
Well, I think the where is the rudder room. It sounds like seal action is going to be taking place, and I would definitely vote yes, Joe. I mean, what when you're in Rome, do as the Romans. You know what I mean? What do you think? How could you even possibly consider not doing this? And Joe, I think it should be like cartoonish. Like, I think you should have your arm around the seal's back. Like, you can't just go like a loser and just stand next to him with your shoulders all squished. Like, you got to go be in that. You know what I mean? It's got to be legit. I want the seal like, while you're up there showing them who you really are.
See, RJ, where this started. See, because there's seals all over the place. Like, we could do this at Topper's Pizza, but the sobriety level wouldn't be. The liquid
also,
quirks wouldn't be there.
We witnessed something heinous there. I don't ever want to go back to that night. Yeah.
That's a good point. We don't need to bring that up, or that person. But last year at the Rudder Room, and it was late, the seals were barking, and Reinego was barking back at the seals, but he didn't get close enough. And one of the boys from the fan tried, and until the seal started moving, and then he was sprinting across that sand. So this year, the goal is to get Reinego close enough to bark at the seal to where we can get that on video.
Joe, I'm willing to say that your trip is a failure if you don't get a picture with a seal. And again, it can't just be like the two of you are in the frame. Like, it's got to be a pose. And this is an animal that we know enough about that it's willing to pose. You know what I mean? No one's saying, like, go
this
take
ain't
a picture
SeaWorld,
with an
man.
animal.
These are out in the
I'm wondering,
wild.
when's the last time you took a picture with a seal, RJ, that you know so much about it?
Look, I'm just telling you, I've seen a lot of nature documentaries. In fact, my son is obsessed with aquatic animals, so I actually know a fair bit here. But you have to go, you have to be involved. You don't have to touch it, but I mean, it's got to look like a buddy cop movie poster. You know what I mean? Like Joe and that seal, they're up to their wiseacre stuff again.
The other thing I would just say, I didn't see any Romans last year, so I'm not sure winning Rome is the way to do that. But
that was bad. That was swing and a miss.
Nobody takes pictures with seals out there. They just don't. Have you ever seen anybody?
I mean, it's like Buffalo at Yellowstone, man. People try.
Yeah, and you see what happens. They get thrown into trees.
You're uniquely qualified for this because I said in Rome, do as the Romans. In Oxnard, you are the captain. You are our Captain Crunch, and so that is
don't bring up cereal in that guy either.
with aquatic behavior, you know what I mean. So the captain and the seal would have a picture.
Captain and the seal. I like it as in Captain and Tennille.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
same
you go.
thing, right?
But you're Tennille.
I'm not sure that RJ knows what that is.
I was in high school for a training camp in San Antonio, so I don't know what Captain and Tennille is.
Don't waste your time Googling it. RJ Ochoa, bloggingtheboys.com. We've made it back to football season, my friend.
I can't wait. Looking forward to Kielbasa's and seeing you boys dance around in Oxnard. If you go up to whatever the place was in Ventura Beach, promise me you'll have the chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders are not going to be on the menu when we're in California.
No.
Unlike you, we're not 5, and we don't eat like
You're
5-year-olds. Yes.
You're lost.
I know. And we will go, I'm sure. Tradition. Some traditions continue. RJ, appreciate you, man.
Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, RJ.
Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Just got a tweet from Wreck-It Joshua. Have you seen this? It's to you as well.
Right.
I guess everybody was fascinated with my French kissing the dog yesterday. Saw a couple of comments on the AJ and Rob show this morning, and now, it's a good day to eat. I don't eat peanut butter either, Wreck-It. So,
yeah, but I think that peanut butter's for the dog.
Oh, all right.
It's your way to roofie the dog.
Yeah, is that it?
They must have liked the promo I created.
So I can have my way with it?
There's a promo too?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh, good Lord.
Wow.
We'll have to hear that coming up.
We will have to hear that. By the way, did you ever have a hot teacher in school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're taking one hot teacher out of a high school. We'll tell you why when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick, call the plumber!
License number TACLA 88589E M16004.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-793-8074 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-793-8074. That's 800-793-8074. What do you have to lose? Call 800-793-8074. Again, 800-793-8074.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what, end up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Oh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Big day for UTSA. In fact, UTSA Athletics has secured a landmark agreement with Las Palapas. San Antonio brand will serve as the official uniform patch sponsor for Roadrunner Soccer. It begins this fall. Deal represents the first game uniform patch sponsorship for any program in UTSA history. How about football next?
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Penix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope it is a good one thus far for you, whatever you're doing. However you may be doing it, thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. My name is Joe Reinagle. His name is Jason Penix, and we are just happy to have you along.
We certainly are, and you can tweet along as well, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Penix. And Wreck-It Joshua tweeted out a picture of Joe, hump day. Now, that's an interesting picture of Joe because it's just a mustache.
Yeah, a damn good-looking picture, though, I must say.
No
wow.
goatee, and AI's porn stash from the 80s mustache that you got rolling there. Peanut butter and a dog. Get over the hump with your best pal.
Well, there you go. Yes.
Now, it was an interesting conversation in the show yesterday when Joe was angry at a headline about PDA, and there wasn't enough there. And he made a reference to kissing his dog. And apparently James Pledger has turned that into a promo.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
When you see a headline that says Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco pack on PDA aboard a luxury yacht in the French Riviera, what thought comes to mind? Like they're making out and they're all over each other and all of that kind of stuff, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So I see this on TMZ, and that's exactly what it says. And I look at this, and I kiss my dog with more passion than they're kissing each other right there. They look like brother and sister, for goodness sake.
Well, how in the hell do you kiss your dog?
It's like, ooh, your breath stinks. Oh, go brush your teeth. Dude, I'm just using that as I don't French kiss my dog. Trust me.
Sounds like you do.
No.
does.
Well, the wife's out of town. I mean, you know, jeez.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I think you admitted a term that could be used against you in the court of law, my friend.
In what way?
You're that passionate in kissing your dog?
No, I'm just saying I was making fun of Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco or Blanco, however you say it, in TMZ, PDA. When I think of that, I'm thinking about, all right, well, y'all need to get a room. These two were like they're long-lost cousins who just got together and they're like, mwah. I'm like, what the hell? Well,
that's kind of how you kiss your dog, isn't it?
Well, I don't kiss my dog.
You said
I'm
you
just
kiss
saying.
your dog with more passion, which, again, raises the question.
Well, I would kiss my dog
especially when you hear
more.
it again later. You really said that, huh?
I did. But you know, it proves a point. If you're dating Selena Gomez, who is an attractive young lady, I would say.
Underscore.
Benny Blanco. Is it Blanco or Blanco?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Either way, he's not fortunate looking at all.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
She finds him attractive.
Well, apparently she does. But I mean, as what? A father figure? A cousin?
She could have daddy issues.
I
mean, you see chicks in the early 20s dating guys in their mid-30s, early 40s.
No, and even older than that sometimes. But again, if you're going to tell me there's PDA on a yacht in the French Riviera, I'm expecting soft porn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
I'm just saying. And Selena Gomez's name attached to that, it's just kind of like, hey, I want to see a little more than that.
Well, I like porn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. I was trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the headline blitz. Maybe.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novo Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, to opinions. Never enough time.
There are weird stories, and then there are weird stories. A school district in upstate New York, rural area, they're pausing a plan that they had to deploy an AI-powered humanoid robot in the classroom. So they were going to have robots teaching kids. If we could only hear a little hot for teacher in the background.
Well, one robot teacher.
Well,
I don't think there were several, but there was one.
I mean, school districts start with one, and they go from there.
Uh-huh.
They started having little concerns about this particular robot because, well, the people that make the robot, they also produce hyper-realistic sex bots.
Which is probably what this was. Have you seen the robot? She's very attractive.
I mean, Sally?
Yes.
Sally, the sex robot?
And you're going to put this good-looking, sexy-looking robot in a classroom full of, I don't know, freshmen, sophomore, junior, high school boys? Are you kidding me? They're going to be doing all kinds of weird stuff to that robot. Who's thought of that dumb idea?
The president of the labor union of New York State United Teachers, some lady named Melinda Person, quote, "A robot built by a company associated with sex dolls has no business in our classrooms."
Well, a robot that's not that looks like that's not associated with sex toys is not good for high school students.
I'm curious. Before they spent $60,000 to buy the robot, did they not do any research?
Well, I hope that robot can scream.
What was the what was the pamphlet they looked at where they're like, yeah, we'll spend $60,000 on this? A stationary robot with long brown hair has already been nicknamed, and it would enhance the education of high school students studying robotics and technology fields. That's what they were sold on. Now,
elementary school, all right, I could see that. High school, absolutely not. With the way there's nothing but hormones raging all over the place there. They'd have that robot in the closet.
What I find interesting is the robot, the picture here. She even has her shirt kind of unzipped, little cleavage showing. I mean,
I'm telling you. I mean, this robot is hot.
Well, let's not get carried away.
Dude, is she not?
Knowing it's a robot? But yeah, you're right. Couple of drinks and you talk to her at the roto room.
I don't even need a couple of drinks. Are you kidding me? The robot's pretty good looking.
Now, there's a couple other pictures of robots that they're making. One that looks very teacher-like, talking to a bunch of, I don't know, second, third graders. And then you hit play on the video, and I don't know. Then this other one, it doesn't look real at all, although I don't want to say what I'm thinking about the lips on that robot. And then you keep scrolling, and there are some that are well-enhanced, if you know what I mean.
Yes. And you're going to put that in a classroom with a bunch of high school boys whose number one thought is getting a robot teacher like that.
I mean, I'm just the fact that there are robots out there and they can make the robots look like this. And again, you guys can go find this article. The pictures, they're on Barstool. And good Lord. Salamanca
High School in New York, some Western New York is where they were going to do this. Mm-hmm. And they did it because she costs less than a teacher's salary.
Yeah, $60,000.
I mean, come on.
But how would you discipline those kids that get out of control?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's just bad news waiting to happen. That poor robot would be violated 10 ways to Sunday.
Better than the teacher violating the kids 10 ways to Sunday.
Well,
because that happens too.
Sure. Which I don't understand. I saw an article today that some teacher was like reprimanded or arrested for, I don't know, getting some high school kid, and
he was willing.
Well, of course he was willing. Are you kidding me?
Still not allowed.
Oh my gosh.
Herbert, come on. Another bizarre story, and you talk about tough. Dude in Billings, Montana, who happens to be a nurse, was hiking up a mountain, and they were in Granite Peak, and they were, I don't know, about 10,000 feet, 10 miles, wherever. It's a tall-ass mountain, 12,799-foot mountain. They were about 10 miles into the climb, and the dude fell. And landed on those poles, the trekking poles, and it went through his body, his upper torso.
He was impaled.
He was, yes. Yeah, he fell on this thing, and now he's a nurse. He had his friends take photos of it while probably saying words that we can't say on the radio, and he realized, okay, nothing major in there. It's just tissue. It's pain. I'm going to hike down because I don't want to pay the bill to have a helicopter come get me.
Hey. I don't know what the bill is. I would assume it's pretty expensive, but I mean, I guess if you can walk, he walked 10 miles, right? Is that what you said? 10 miles. With a pole sticking out of him.
Yeah, it took 6.5 hours.
With a pole in him.
Yeah, it's kind of like under his armpit area, and it comes out his back. And the photos are just gross.
You imagine that dude walking into the hospital and saying, hey, I need a little help here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty looking.
He started a GoFundMe to help with his medical bills.
Who did? He did?
Of course he did. That's what people do.
Well, then why didn't he do that before and call the helicopter?
Well, because the helicopter would be more than the GoFundMe would take care of.
Wow.
But if you're a nurse, you probably have good insurance. But
well,
even then,
you would think so.
Even then, I don't know. Insurance, you did what? Yeah, we don't pay for stupid. But then again, isn't that what that's what insurance is for?
Wow, that's that had to hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have to. Goodness gracious. I'll have to get over that. I got a sick feeling in my stomach all of a sudden seeing that. There's a reason I wasn't a doctor or a nurse, Penix. I'm telling you right now, and I admire those people immensely. We got to take a break. When we come back, however, the Spurs may be on the verge of getting a new broadcast partner for games. And you'll never guess who it is. We'll tell you when we return. Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The burrito is fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prices, and fun for the whole family.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
This is A.J. Hoffman from the A.J. and Rob Show, and the NFL plays here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
Cowboy fans will be happy to know this. According to Nick Harris of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, Dak Prescott is locked in on day one.
Good.
Locked in.
That's how he should be. It's his birthday. He could be distracted today, but no, he is locked in.
I'm not sure, again, how you know that, but he's locked in. He's completing a couple of passes to, I don't know, guys that aren't covered. He's locked in.
Why do you got to be that way?
I'm just saying. Well, I don't understand the whole locked in. How do you determine that?
You can watch somebody and know when they're loafing and locked in.
Locked in.
All right? They're not out there lollygagging. They're locked in.
They're locked in.
I mean, you've seen guys lollygag before.
I meant that it's good news for all the Cowboy fans out there. Dak Prescott on day one is locked in.
Saw one about George Pickens being locked in.
He's locked in, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
How about that?
Dude, they should be. It's day one. Yeah, tell me on day 13 at camp, when it's Groundhog Day, are they locked in?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see if they're locked in when we get there next Monday.
Oh, they'll be locked in because the pads will be on.
Pads are on.
Pads will be on.
Yes.
At Soy Eloy tweets, and what's Joe doing this weekend? Robots and dogs?
You know any, Eloy? Let me know, buddy.
The robot dog? Clifford?
Is Clifford a robot dog?
I don't know. He's a big red dog.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Hey, the interesting news that could affect us all as we get close to the NBA season, because obviously Spurs are great again. And their TV deal is gone. So they've got to come up with something else, because the deal that they had, like a lot of NBA teams, it has gone away. According to some reports in the Sports Business Journal, DAZN is close to acquiring full exclusive local broadcast rights next season for 5 NBA teams that were under contract with Main Street Sports, which was the FanDuel Sports Network, which collapsed. Those teams are Minnesota, Cleveland, Indiana, Memphis, and your San Antonio Spurs.
Interesting, too, and they could, according to the report, the Knicks, Nets, Hornets, and Magic, they're joining for streaming only. But DAZN, remember, we went to Vegas, covered a fight, courtesy of DAZN, because they were putting it on, local fighter. I didn't see this one coming. I never even thought about these guys, but apparently they're ready to branch out. They obviously do a lot of boxing. And now they're ready to branch out in other sports. And according to this article, they're close.
Well, and again, they're also going to overtake what is known as Gotham Sports App, which is a joint streaming venture between Yes Network and the MSG Networks, which deals with the New York area franchises. They've been working on this for about a year. And according to the Sports Business Journal, at one point there was talks about them merging with Main Street, which would have saved them. Instead, they let Main Street collapse so they can go pick up the pieces and try to work their own deal. I did reach out to Spurs PR. They say nothing to announce yet at this point for their future local game distribution plans. Nothing to share. And again, this article says they're close. Nothing official yet. We'll see. But what I want to know, and I think what everybody's going to want to know is, all right, how much is it going to cost me? Now, you look at DAZN right now. It's not free with Amazon Prime. Some people wonder that. It is something that you have to pay for. It's streaming, so you'd be able to watch it on your phone, your laptop, your smart TV, that sort of thing. Who knows what it would cost to have access to an NBA game? Right? Right now on their website, in the United States, DAZN is $34.99 a month. There's a flexible plan, $24.99 a month with an annual commitment. $249 have paid up front for a full year. But what if they add an NBA team? And if they add an NBA team, again, questions that you're going to want to know, that I'm going to want to know. Do I only get the Spurs, or do I get all the NBA teams that you're paying for? But my next question is, the Spurs are working this. How many are going to be on local free television?
Well, there will be, as long as Ken still has that contract.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how much longer their contract runs, but Ken's usually does 10 to 12 games, and that's free over-the-air stuff. Now, if the Spurs decide to keep that, because I think San Antonio is one of the only cities in the country, NBA, that has a local affiliate, although there are some, but not many. That have a local affiliate that does some of their games.
Now, there are some that are going to more over the air. They're going to get less money, but greater reach, so they might be able to recoup some of that on advertising because they're going to reach more people. And what kind of hybrid approach, like the Magic and Hornets want to take, apparently a hybrid approach where games are available over the air, but also available on the streaming platform. Could the Spurs be looking at that? Could there be some instances where the games are available for streaming, if that's what you have, but also available on some over-the-air option? And I think until the NBA schedule gets done, which should be soon now that LeBron has made a decision, with this year's Spurs team, how many games are going to be on national TV to where this isn't going to matter? I think the max is 34, so will the Spurs have 20, 25 games, maybe even 30? I doubt they'll get to 34. I wouldn't be surprised if Philadelphia gets to 34. But how many games are going to be on national TV? Last couple of years, there haven't been many. I would imagine this year, with Wemby and the Spurs expected to compete for a championship, there's going to be a ton of national TV games.
Yeah, I would think so, too, especially when they're playing the teams that you've got a natural rival with. Oklahoma City, when they play the Knicks, I could see that being televised. Philadelphia even. There's going to be a lot of opportunities there. This is interesting to me, though, and the problem, the way I see it, just here in San Antonio, there's no way that I can see that you'd have over-the-air free for every Spurs game. You just can't, and nobody can clear out that inventory. And I don't even think CW could do that. Maybe they can. I don't know that much about them. I know Ken's TV cannot because of their agreement with CBS. You can only interrupt so many hours of CBS programming. So I'm not sure that that's possible. But who knows? Who was the team that just went out? There is a team in the NBA that has all their games over the air.
I'm trying to. It might have been Phoenix, but it was somebody.
It might have been.
Right?
Yeah. That just happened. A couple of months ago, we were talking about this topic, but somebody did that. But it's very difficult to do if that television station is an affiliate of anybody, and so it just you can't. You got contracts, you got obligations, you got all that kind of stuff. That's why Ken's TV only does 10 to 12 ball games. We'll see, but DAZN, I didn't see this coming. I really did not see this coming, and I hope it is not going to outprice itself.
And that's my concern, which honestly I don't know that it was a concern of mine until I heard you, Joe Reinagle, talk about when you were at Ken's TV, every year the number of people that called you wanting to know when the Spurs would be on Ken's because they didn't have any kind of cable system. They didn't have a Spectrum or a DirecTV. And I realize now the world has changed and so many people have some sort of streaming service and fewer people have Spectrum and DirecTV. But the cost of all these apps, it used to be you cut the cord to save money. Now you're spending more money than you ever had on television. And the Spurs are good again. So I do think it would be a priority for a lot of people to spend the money to wherever the Spurs are going to be, and maybe they lose a Peacock or a Paramount or nobody's getting rid of Netflix. But you know what I mean? It's just like, all right, now you're making me choose, and that's the problem. When you look at it, $34.99 a month.
Well, that's got to be for everything.
For yet
right?
another. Well, that's what DAZN costs today.
Yeah.
How much is it going to be if they add the NBA?
But if it's just local affiliates, I can't imagine that it would be $34.95. It would be probably somewhere in the neighborhood of the $20 a month that you were paying with the other one.
Well, yeah, but all I had was the Spurs. So if all I'm buying is the Spurs for $20, sure, people will do that. But if I've got to buy DAZN for $34, and then I want the Spurs add-on for another how much? You just wonder, especially in San Antonio, would a program like that price out the vast majority of Spurs fans?
See, I don't know the answer to that, but I mean that's the way the world is going, and so I can't blame the Spurs or anybody else for going this route. The NFL, people complain about that they're going to Prime and Netflix and YouTube and all this stuff, but I mean, there's so much money to be made there, and that's the way of the world. Are there cable companies still out there?
Well, sure.
Do they exist?
Yeah.
Really?
No, just because you don't have it doesn't mean.
Well, I don't know of anybody that has it.
We're literally watching Spectrum as we speak. It's on the TV in there.
So Pledge is the only one that still has that.
He's the one.
Okay, he's the guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're welcome, Spectrum.
I'm keeping it afloat.
Yeah. Pledge is keeping Spectrum afloat. I didn't realize. And because we cut the cord, 3 years ago? And so I didn't even think about it. But
well, that's it. I mean, I was a DirecTV guy forever. I'm not anymore.
I was a Spectrum guy for a long time.
But it is sometimes frustrating when it's like, all right, what's this app? Or when you're talking about the different shows. Yeah, I don't have that one. And you move on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just so bizarre. Like Ted Lasso is back next week on Apple. Right?
On Apple.
On Apple.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You got to have them all. If you want to watch NFL football, you need them all. And I'm assuming the NBA will go that route too. I know they just did a big TV deal with NBC and
Peacock.
Well, sure. And so it's just the way of the world, unfortunately. That's the way that it's going. And you're right. It may cost more to pay for all the services than it does than you were paying for just a Spectrum or whatever.
But if they go this route, it's not like, well, you know what? Screw it. I'm tired of all these apps. I'm going back to Spectrum. I'm going back to Direct because DAZN might not be available there, right? And what is the goal for these NBA teams and their TV broadcast? Is it reach as many people as possible or make as much money as possible? Obviously, they have to make money, but you wonder, especially here, how many fans wouldn't be able to watch because it's only on DAZN. And then you look in the sports bars that are going to have to figure out, can they get it? Because remember when, like the NFL went to Prime, not every sports bar was going to pay the bar fee, because that's different than your fee, to have a Thursday night football game.
That's true, and only a handful can do that.
Yep.
And are willing to do that. So, I don't know, but the Spurs have to do something. I mean, obviously, they need somebody. They need a local television outlet. I mean, what's Sean Elliott going to do, for goodness sake?
Oh, I mean, he'll be talking to somebody, and there will be people that watch. King JC on our YouTube page says he'll pay whatever it takes. Ben Brewster says, my grandpa is paying $200 a month for DirecTV. He only watches the Cowboy channel and local channels. I know, when my mother passed and my brother and I were going through her bills, she was paying $350 a month for her cable.
Wow.
For Spectrum.
$350?
$350 a month. And she didn't have any premium channels. She had way too many boxes. She was paying $15 a box.
Yeah.
And had one in the living room, the master bedroom, the kitchen, and the 2 guest bedrooms. Nobody's in the guest bedrooms, right? But $350 a month. It's like, are you kidding?
Well, dude, that's the way that. I would have been in that, or was in that boat myself before we cut the cord, and now, I mean, you've gone completely with the Magic Box. I still have YouTube TV because,
because you like throwing away money.
Well, I guess, and I like having the phone to watch it on. So,
it's a trade-off for me.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, but like next week in Oxnard, I'm glad you still have YouTube.
Well, I do, and you could bring your Magic Box with you. I'm just saying. I could bring mine.
I'll have the travel box.
Yeah, that Magic Box has been great. I've been able to watch the Cubs kick the Cardinals' ass the last 3 nights in a row. Cardinals are finally playing like we all expected them to play at the beginning of the year. They suck.
Careful with we all. That's a you.
To me. I will take that. Hey, we got to take a break. When we come back, there is something new coming to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on Monday. No, not that Penix and I will be in Oxnard. That's not new. We do that every year. But there's a new show coming at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Golick and Golick, or the Golics? Or
the Golics.
The Golics.
The Golics. They can't call it Mike and Mike. That's been used.
The Golics.
Yes.
We're going to talk to Junior Golick. Mike Golick Jr. joins us next here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online. Go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. They have offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Life is too short to drive the same car every day. A Pascucci Prestige membership gives you access access to an incredible collection of exotic and luxury vehicles whenever you want to change things up. Learn more at PascucciPrestige.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
What is the greatest word of all time? What's your favorite word to say?
There's lots of good words. Trying to think of my favorite word. The one that I hate the most, moist.
You don't like that word?
Moist.
I like it because people hate it.
Do you prefer swampy?
Well, see, swampy is probably more appropriate. I like the onomatopoeia. I like it sounding like what it is.
Musky.
Poontang.
You can't say
It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Poontang.
Grow up, boys.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on a Wednesday, this is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Lots happening all over the place, including right here at San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Penix.
And starting Monday, the Golics are back on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Let's talk about it with Mike Golick Jr. joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Mike, it's cool to have you guys back. You and your dad back on ESPN Radio, which, especially for your dad, it's where he belongs.
No, thank you for saying that. And I think that's been, one of the nicest compliments that we've gotten in the lead up to this show for so many people is they say, it feels right, or you guys feel at home on ESPN Radio. And, I give all the credit to Dad on that one. Multiple decades of laying the foundation, not just for me, but for ESPN Radio as a whole with what him and Greeny built. They were, that morning companion for so many people for so many years. And the one thing my dad always told me is, trust is earned, not given. And to earn the trust of people giving you some of their time, getting ready for work, on their way to and from taking their kids to school is, something he always took seriously and something I certainly do as well. So we're excited.
Well, Mike, you and your dad have a pretty good chemistry as well. I mean, obviously, you guys are father and son, but you guys get along and you have your disagreements, you have your funny moments. It's got to be a lot of fun, I would think, doing a radio show with your dad.
It is. And, when Dad finished up his time with ESPN Radio in 2021, I remember leading up to the last show, those were some of the coolest notes that I thought we got from people that were, kind enough to reach out, whether it was via text, on Twitter, however they could contact us, saying, I saw some of my relationship with my parents, with you guys. I'm someone who had a chance to work with my mother or father in whatever industry they were coming from, or a mother or father who had a chance to work with their son or daughter would say, listening to you guys felt like listening to me and my kids at our place of work. And, to be able to, be something like that feels familiar to people, and to have that chance to put that relationship out publicly. Again, that's what Dad and Greeny did for years. When I was a kid growing up, they'd be out in public and people would come up to us and they'd ask me and my brother how football practice was going, ask my sister how swim practice is going, because it was always a family show. And so now to get to bring that to air and for 2 hours a day, invite people onto the couch in our living room, for the Golics is a pretty fun opportunity, and one that's always come very naturally to us, which is great.
And starting Monday at 10, the hours are far better for you guys this time. And you go back and I think about, this station, I was a part of the launch when we launched it in 2008, so it's going back a couple of days, right? But you were playing in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, and I do the national radio for that. Your dad was in town, came out and did a live show with us, spilled a soda all over the tablecloth, and we kept that thing for a long time. I mean, the DNA with the Golics in this radio station go way back.
Boy, let me tell you what, nothing more appropriate than that, right, than us coming in and making a mess of things physically when it involves eating. So, man, what a fun memory, too, in that. I mean, being a part of that game, me, my brother a year later, getting to come down there in San Antonio and just, be a part of something that I had watched for so many years in the lead up to that and had such a strong history there. It was a fun memory. We'll send the money to cover something as far as the dry cleaning for that, and hopefully get the stain out finally.
I don't know. That'll be expensive, man.
Yeah.
Penix over here, he wears these fine clothes, Mike.
No, it's all good. I think that was covered with beers at one of those Super Bowl parties many years ago. And in all seriousness, while it's cool that you guys are back, you're back as training camps are getting underway. Now, we're Cowboys country down here. Joe and I will be in Oxnard at Cowboys training camp starting on Monday when you guys launch. So we're probably not going to hear show number one because, that time difference thing. But for you guys to start this during football season, it couldn't be more perfect.
No, we're pumped. And I mean, you already see so much news coming out of the NFL now, right? Where in addition to, all right, you re-racked some places who had big off seasons. The Los Angeles Rams are debuting Myles Garrett in a Rams uniform along with that new secondary, which is terrifying. Now we've got the training camp friction that's getting started. Vita Vea wants to trade. Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are holding out, looking to join Saquon Barkley in that highest paid running back category. So the NFL is a year-round product. We never have to wait long for news, but now to see videos of some of the rookies out there in helmet and shoulder pads, or I guess at this point, helmets and just jerseys, but it feels right. This is a great time of year, and we're excited to, roll right in hot with this.
Well, obviously, Mike, we're in Dallas Cowboys country. In fact, we're the South Texas home for the Dallas Cowboys, and hadn't been a lot of drama with the Cowboys, which is pretty unusual until, well, maybe yesterday with Jerry Jones in his State of the Cowboys address. Says he's looking at making a big-time move. That's a possibility. What do you think?
I mean, listen, that should be the goal right now. Jerry Jones, I never understood some of the last few years where it seemed like he was willing to kind of try and extend the timeline for a guy who we know is getting up there in years and a team who the core of their roster has been together for a while, and especially offensively has a chance to be so special. I mean, you look at just the weapons around this offense, especially because George Pickens is going to play on the tag. You had him alongside CeeDee Lamb and a young offensive line where the Cowboys brass once again nailed a bunch of picks to recreate an offensive line that was the strength of this team for the mid-aughts, and now looks like it again. So if you can take an offense that looks like it'll be one of the 5 best in the NFL and now combine it with a defense where you brought in Quinnen Williams and Kenny Clark last year to kind of reignite the middle of this defense. You drafted some guys like Malachi Lawrence along there, LT Overton to try and shore that up and continue getting after the passer because you're in a post-Micah Parsons world. This is a team that has a chance. And so I like the idea that Jerry Jones is willing to swing big, understanding they have a legitimate opportunity right now as the Giants have a new coaching staff. Washington's going to try and see if they can make things work with Jaden Daniels after a banged-up year. The Eagles are breaking in another new coordinator trying to get things right and lost one of their best receivers. I say their best receiver. So it's a great opportunity and one Jerry should be trying to capitalize on.
Mike Golick Jr. joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Well, one of the only questions about that Cowboys offense is at the tackle position, both right tackle and left tackle, but left tackle we know is the most dominant. Tyler Guyton was a first-round pick going into year 3. He really has to have a solid year, but there's also some talk about moving Tyler Smith from guard to tackle, and he can do that. He's one of the better offensive linemen. You played guard, if I remember correctly. How difficult is it to go from guard to kick out to tackle?
It's a different world. Like, listen, you guys in Cowboys country are familiar with my former teammate, Zach Martin, who was an incredible tackle in college and made that move to guard and ho-hum became a Hall of Famer in the NFL. And, talk to him and he would even say, yeah, it's a different world with the guys in that athleticism out on the perimeter trying to make that jump. Both guys, Zach certainly showed in some limited snaps that he would have absolutely been capable, and Tyler has as well. But I always think in that instance, you run the risk of making two positions worse when you do something like that. I think the hope is still, hey, you can develop a guy in Tyler who, when he stayed on the field, has shown flashes of that, Tyler Guyton, that is, and leave Tyler Smith at the spot where he's a guy that's, an all-pro, perennial Pro Bowl caliber player, because I don't like the idea of weakening two positions for the price of one.
Yeah, Mike, I'm curious. So we're talking about the Cowboys. Obviously, it always goes back to number 4, Dak Prescott. Prescott's been a great regular season quarterback. He's struggled in the playoffs, but he's not the only one. You look at Lamar Jackson. He struggled in the playoffs. Justin Herbert. There's been a lot of talented guys that have. What is your feeling on judging quarterbacks by their playoff record alone?
Yeah, I think it's misguided. I mean, with these guys, there's also differences right in the sample size where if a guy does have a lot of cracks at the postseason, and we see it, use an example from a different sport, and James Harden in the postseason in the NBA, we know enough to know at this point. We've had enough, and that's a series-based sport, so it's not quite apples to apples. But with these guys, it's part of the equation, right? Because your job at that position, at any position, is to ultimately make a deep run in the playoffs and win a Super Bowl for your team. We saw Sam Darnold, who was oft-mired for his performance in the regular season, get to the postseason last year and play his best, cleanest football in the lead up to a Super Bowl win for the Seattle Seahawks. And so it should be part of the equation, but not the whole. The Dallas Cowboys have one of the best quarterbacks, one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL, and a guy who on his best day can play like an MVP, can play like a top 5 quarterback. He needs to be more consistent in the postseason, but that also goes to a lot is asked of him in that offense in terms of making big-time throws, deep throws, type window throws that can be high risk, high reward. And in the postseason, when those windows start closing even faster and that pressure mounts even more, I do think now this is about, all right, you got to have the ability to provide him some relief on defense, some relief in those other areas like we saw with the run game that developed so well last year, so that it's not all on Dak's shoulders once you get to the postseason, because there are very few quarterbacks that are capable of going out and delivering in that kind of environment.
Mike Golick Jr. here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The other side of Texas, the Houston Texans, their quarterback has, had an awful playoff last year, and there's questions on whether or not he should get paid this offseason here in training camp, and so far the answer is no. But if you're Nick Caserio and the Texans, when a Jaden Daniels and some of those others start getting paid, it might cost you a whole lot more. Would it be wise to pay CJ Stroud now?
I think so, and I think, him coming off a rough stretch only helps you maybe, keep that price to just more within the cost of doing business. Hey, most quarterbacks on the high end make $55 million a year now. That's just the way it is. Like, he's not going to blow the box office open the way we thought he would after his rookie year. And I still think he's performed well enough. You still see those flashes. To me, the CJ Stroud experience is about, you've got to finally solidify that foundation in front of him. They tried to last year with mixed success, coming off again 2 years ago where it was an abject disaster. So now this offseason, Wyatt Teller, you draft Keelan Rutledge, Braden Smith comes over from Indianapolis. So you've got a chance with some guys that are a little bit longer in the tooth and have played some ball around the league to, I think, try and keep that foundation in him, because he's a quarterback that, isn't going to do what Josh and Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Burrow do and, be able to work under pressure and do a lot of that. He seems to have shown, hey, he needs the foundation a little more secure in front of him to feel comfortable. So that's the biggest task for them this year.
Mike, it's interesting that you say that because that defense is so good. And you look at a CJ Stroud, and I think sometimes quarterbacks think they have to do too much. And I think in the playoffs, that was what his thought process was, or at least it looked like it. If you're a quarterback with a defense like that, you just can't screw it up, right?
Exactly. But, the perfect complement, right, would be, hey, establish a dominant running game. And the Texans just haven't had that between the horses in the stable and the backfield. And, you try and address that with David Montgomery this offseason. We'll see a bit of an older running back and a guy who certainly had a lot of wear and tear on him through that.
Traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
Going to be interesting on Monday. We will see how that goes with the Golics back on ESPN Radio. We got to take a break. We're late. Stay with us. You're on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, it's July 29th. Couple of more days for you to take advantage of the great offer they're having at Synergenics. And again, all you got to do is get into Synergenics and get that free T-test to see if you need a TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. And what they're doing for the month of July is if you need it, you start treatment in July, you stay on treatment for 90 days, you'll receive a $250 account credit as part of their 250 for 250 celebration honoring America's 250th anniversary. And why would you want to settle for feeling less than your best? Low testosterone could be the reason why your energy is low, your reduced sex drive, brain fog, your motivation isn't what it used to be. You got mood changes. And, every patient receives a comprehensive evaluation with a licensed provider to determine whether TRT is right for you. And it's all based on your symptoms, your lab work, and your health goals. Treatment is carefully monitored to help you feel great, look great, and live your best life. So if you've been feeling tired all the time, you're not motivated, it could be low testosterone. The test is absolutely free. And the coverage, the treatment plan's covered by most major insurance. So go get tested. A couple of days left in the month to take advantage of the great offer they have at Synergenics. Schedule that free testosterone test today at Synergenics.com. That's SYNERGENX.com.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Blitz. 2 to 6 on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Let's go to Vegas.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend. The Blitz will be live at Circa August 27th and 28th. And then, of course, we're staying for the weekend. So come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate.
All the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call Cicada at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Right now, O'Reilly Auto Parts gets you back to savings. Fuel system additives can improve your vehicle's fuel economy and performance. Pick up select Royal Purple fuel system additives, buy one, get one free. Plus receive 4 times O Rewards points. Add it to your tank at your next fill-up. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I
like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We ask them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. They have to be like really comfortable too.
Yeah.
Nike shoes, running shoes.
Like I think I wear my Birkenstocks every single day.
I just wear what I want and I let other people wear what they want.
Right now at Academy Sports and Outdoors, get up to 30% off Nike and Jordan clothes, shoes, and backpacks through August 15th. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Academy. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Dallas Cowboys went to work for the first time this training camp in Oxnard, California. Players practicing without pads until next week. Keep in mind the Blitz will be live in Oxnard beginning on Monday. Texans reported to training camp, and according to KPRC, Aaron Wilson, wide receiver Tank Dell is active and good to go after missing all of 2025. And the Bengals, they may lose Shamar Stewart for a long time.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Penix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope your Wednesday's going exactly how you want it to go. And you're enjoying yourself on this beautiful hump day. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Penix. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You having a good hump day?
Sure. I'm having a great day.
Well, good.
You know, we had lunch. Pledge just went and got some ice cream and didn't bother to share.
You know,
they didn't offer that, hey, guys, there's ice cream in the freezer. Do you guys want some? You guys were kind enough to bring lunch. Let me get dessert for you boys. And he's eating ice cream out of a waffle bowl.
It looked delicious, by the way.
It does.
And there could have been 2 more of those, one for you, one for me. And,
yeah. Like, hey, I'm going to scoop ice cream during the break.
You know, the first thing we said, we got out of the car at the lunch place. We can't forget about Pledge.
Yeah. Texted him. He
exactly
didn't respond.
Then
called him. Picture the menu. And, I need this, and that.
Yeah.
And Pledge's order is always complicated. None of this, none of that. Add this, get some wings, got some, and all of that. And he goes and scoops ice cream.
And not a drop for us.
None. Didn't even offer.
It's unbelievable.
And he even added whipped cream.
I know. Unbelievable.
And watching Pledge eat whipped cream right now is a little disturbing. Trying to bite into the waffle bowl with whipped cream.
Yeah. Wow. Whipped cream is not exactly something you want to, that could be construed for a lot of things.
Like what?
Like what, Joe?
Like arch sauce. Just saying. I don't know. Oh, my goodness.
Arch sauce, huh?
Uh-huh.
Not where I thought you were going to go with that.
Well, where'd you think I was going, Penix? Let us know. Tell us.
I wasn't sure where you were going to go. That's why I said like what? It's whipped cream on ice cream.
Well, when you're a juvenile and you have the mind of a 10-year-old, that's where your mind goes, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Joseph Hoyt says the Cowboys' first practice is in the books.
Good.
So they are all done for today. P.J. Locke went to the locker room. Didn't look like he was too bad, though. But he did go to the locker room early. So we'll keep you updated on his status. The guy I'm worried about and wondering about, and we're still waiting for an update, is Shamar Stewart. For the Cincinnati Bengals, former Texas A&M Aggie, who just had a nasty-looking leg today.
I mean, armchair MD, he's broke.
Yeah.
We'll see him next year.
My goodness.
It is, and it's unfortunate when you see guys get hurt anywhere, but first day of practice, especially no, what's the word? No pads.
No pads.
And there is contact. I mean, Caleb Downs recovered a fumble today. The running back looked like he thought he was down, and the ball still held the ground. Give him credit. But we also have learned something new today. And Jason Garrett's not there anymore. The clapper.
Yep.
Because this would be all over T-shirts. But the slogan for this year's Dallas Cowboys team, Gotti.
Gotti.
Greatest offense there is.
Boy, I tell you.
G-O-T-I.
Will they put that on the T-shirt? Because if you're just saying Gotti, then am I going to know what the hell that means?
Greatest offense there is. That's why we tell you. That's why you need to listen to the Blitz leading up to training camp and next week when you're in Oxnard, because you learn stuff like that.
Well, wasn't it the guy that is the weak link on that offensive line that came up with that slogan?
Tyler Guyton said Dak Prescott has a new slogan for this year's Cowboys
Prescott.
offense.
All right.
Yeah, so Tyler Guyton's the mouthpiece. He might have to do push-ups or bring all the boys ice cream because he let out a secret. Gotti. Greatest offense there is.
That's really impressive.
Here we go.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Can we wait and see? I mean, have we played a game yet?
Well, what are you going to say? We just don't know?
Well, we don't, do we? We just don't know. I mean, on paper, yeah, it looks great. Greatest offense there is. Since when? This year? Last year?
G-O-T-I.
In the NFL history?
G-O-T-I. Now, do they call it Gotti or do they just say G-O-T-I?
Goaty.
Goaty?
Goaty?
Gotti.
Whatever.
It's not offense. It's offense.
It's not an I because it's an O.
Greatest
it's not
offense.
G-A-T-I.
Greatest offense. Gotti.
Goaty.
You think Goaty?
Well, sure.
I like Gotti better.
What?
Well, I think it's Gotti because it's Shoddy's offense.
Is it? But
Shoddy's Gotti?
Jeez.
Shoddy's Gotti.
Where's the Andy Griffith theme song? Let's go to Uncle Schottenheimer.
Well, I mean, look, isn't Gotti or Goaty better than compete every day?
No, I don't know. Not necessarily. Compete every day is pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But that was last year. And that was everywhere last year. It was on the key cards. That was all over the place.
Well, then that didn't work out too well, did it?
Yeah, maybe Shoddy can tell us what the theme this year is.
Yeah, I mean, we never back away from the central theme of the program, which is compete every day. We've got, a number of things, but I actually shared with the guys today, one of the things when I was thinking about just training camp and stuff like that was that I shared with the guys today is everything is earned. I really think that, all 31 other teams are doing what we're doing. Head coaches are standing up here. They're making predictions. They're talking about their roster, how good it is. The players are training and getting ready to go out to have practice and all that stuff. And we talked about what makes us different. And hopefully it's the consistency that we work at, and we're not going to have perfect days all the time. But I think if you're consistently consistent throughout the course of training camp and you have a lot more good days and bad days or 5, 6, 7 good days in a row and maybe have an off day, and then we have to be willing to do things that maybe other teams don't want to, and that is part of the conditioning. That's part of the physical practices. So, whether we adopt it and use it all the time, but it's something I shared with them today, and I believe it. I think none of those guys have gotten here without having to earn it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it is still compete every day.
Well, or everything is earned, but it's always that. But the offense. Dak Prescott, who said today that the only thing he wants for his birthday, he's 33 today, happy birthday, Dak, he wants to win. He wants one thing. He wants to win. And Shoddy's Gotti, or Gotti. Yeah. Goaty.
What? Oh, my gosh. Opie, come here.
What do you mean,
Dude,
Opie?
Brian Schottenheimer is the biggest cheese ball there is.
Come on.
He is the biggest cheese ball on the planet.
I mean, don't you hear a lot of Ricky Bobby in that answer?
I hear a lot of Andy Griffith.
We got to compete every day.
Come here, son.
Well, you're the only one old enough that gets the Andy Griffith
Dude,
reference.
Everybody should watch Andy Griffith. I'm telling you. Reruns are all over the place. You should watch that.
What channels are you on where you stumble across Andy Griffin?
Dude, the TV
Or do you watch
Land
Gunsmoke too?
No, I wasn't a fan of Gunsmoke.
All in the Family?
No, I like that one. Although you can't.
Of course you did.
You can't play that one.
Right after the Jeffersons?
Well, I love the Jeffersons
We're moving
too.
on up.
I love the Jeffersons.
Three's Company?
Yep.
I was watching Three's Company the other night.
Starsky and Hutch. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
Beretta.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Green Acres.
BJ and the Bear.
See? Yeah, all of that. I'm telling
Knight
you.
Rider.
They just don't make
Chips.
them like they used to.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Daisy Duke.
Right after Tom and Jerry. It was great.
Yeah, all of that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now we're talking. You know what else we're talking about, Penix?
You need a nap. It's about that time, and then you're off the loobies.
Yeah, that's that's hilarious.
Okay, Andy.
Boy, that was funny. Got me there. Here, I'm about to give stuff away.
Oh,
all right?
What are we going to give
We're
away?
going to give away missions tickets because they play the Springfield Cardinals on Tuesday, which just happens to be $2 Tuesday, by the way. Brought to you by yours truly, us truly, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Tuesday, August the 4th, $2 Tuesdays feature $2 tickets, $2 parking deals, $2 food and drink specials like beer, hot dogs, and cheese pizza slices. You want to go see the Missions take on the Springfield Cardinals on Tuesday? All you got to be is caller number
9.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 9. You're going to get a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Missions and the Cardinals next Tuesday. Good luck. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Got to tell you, though, about Stevens Roofing and Solar. You know I love talking about Stevens Roofing and Solar. They are just fantastic folks that own this company. They've been in business in San Antonio and South Texas since 1983. They are nice people who do their job extremely well. Otherwise, you're not in business for that amount of time if you're not doing it right. Their reputation is impeccable. The job they do, the work they do is impeccable. It is just fantastic. If you think there's something wrong with your roof or you just want to get it checked out, maybe it's been a while since you've gotten it checked out and you want to make sure that everything is okay, give Stevens Roofing and Solar a call at 210-785-0994. They'll send an experienced team out to your house. They will inspect your roof. They'll do it for free, under no obligation, by the way, and they'll let you know if there's any problems up there that need to be taken care of. A lot of times they'll find a small problem that could develop into a big problem, and you're happy that they caught it while it was still a small problem. If you've been thinking about solar panels on your house, Stevens Roofing and Solar can help you with that as well, and you know you can trust them to get the job done and get it done right. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
If you spit on me or pee on me,
there's going to be a fight.
We are fighting. And we haven't even gotten to poop yet. And if that happens...
Well, if somebody's throwing poop, I'm running.
Well,
I got other problems.
Yeah.
If you're going to hit me with poop, it's going to be on my back.
As soon as someone digs in the trousers and comes out with a handful, you're gone. I can picture Rob like leaving his wife behind. Nope. She's like, "Where are you going?"
I got to go.
She looked over. "Where are you going, Rob?"
"Doc, honey, Doc."
You get run.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. This is San Antonio's home for Super Bowl 61, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys wrapped up practice for today. They'll get back after it tomorrow. And the Blitz will be out there on Monday when they put on the pads and start playing a little real football. And I appreciate everybody voting in our poll today and the 24% of you who give a damn about my welfare, because it's obviously Penix and Pledge don't. So thank you very much.
Well, I mean, you're right. We don't give a damn about your welfare if we can be entertained.
Exactly.
And if you get attacked by a seal and I get that on video, it would be well worth the sacrifice.
I just want him to make a new friend.
He gets a lot of friends that bark at him after a while.
I have no problem with friends.
No, we're going to Oxnard. There's always seals. And last year, Ryan Eagle, pretty late in the night, it was a really good night at the Rudder Room. And the seals were barking, and Joe was barking at them. Now, Joe didn't want to walk closer to him because he didn't want to get sand in his shoes. So he just stood at the part of the Rudder Room where you could just bark at him. So this year, the goal is to get Joe to get close enough to the seal where we can get it on video of the seal and Ryan Eagle barking at each other.
See, part of that story's true.
What do you mean?
I don't mind getting sand in my shoes. I can give a damn about that. I'd kind of like keep my arms. I don't know, maybe my hand.
It's not an alligator.
Maybe my face.
It's not an alligator.
Seals are mean.
Well, they can be, some of them. But those are the friendly ones.
No, they're not.
The ones that are hanging out at the Rudder Room are friendly.
Well, are they drunk?
Well, sure. They're at the Rudder Room.
I'm just saying. Thank you to the 24% of you who give a damn about me, and I appreciate you.
Whoever voted no sucks.
I appreciate y'all. There's been 89 votes. Still the room for more. It's If this poll's 100% yes, Joe will touch a seal in Oxnard. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
No, we abbreviated that.
Well, you said 75%. I mean, we're right on the fence of that.
Well, we've got the ability to move the goalpost, so it's a possibility. But if you guys want to see Reinagle in a photo with the seal, that's not some AI crap, vote yes.
We could do AI.
No, nobody wants to see AI.
Is it going to have peanut butter?
I saw you in an AI photo with a dog earlier.
Yeah.
And peanut butter.
It looked damn good. That was a good picture. That might have been the best picture I've taken in a long time.
It's not you.
Well, I mean, so maybe I should use AI all the time.
Although in reality, when you look at that photo, maybe you should reevaluate what you got going on in your face and shave that chin hair and just go with the mustache.
I was thinking about that. I saw some dude the other day with just a mustache. That's kind of the style, is it not?
Oh, yeah, it's back in.
Wasn't that from Tom Cruise and his...
Tom Cruise or Tom Selleck?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is rocking a mustache?
It's not from Tom Cruise.
He's not, but the guy that played in the movie.
Oh, Goose
Kid.
No, not Goose. The new one, dude.
Yeah, Goose's kid.
Oh, Goose's kid. Yeah, same thing. The junior Goose.
Miles Teller.
The one that's not afraid of a seal.
Well, I don't know. Have you asked him?
Hey, he's not afraid of a seal.
Uh-huh.
He's a jet fighter pilot.
Meaning he doesn't have to touch seals.
If he does, there was a problem.
There's a problem, yes.
Well, he had to eject a couple of times.
But there were still no seals, Pledge. What he can eject, he can do all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he likes seals. I like seals. I like to talk to them. I don't want to get near them. That's the problem.
But he will succumb to peer pressure if you guys vote yes in the poll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So go there, like, subscribe, and you can comment there as well. You can get Jason at Jason Penix on Twitter. I'm at Joe Reinagle 210. The old-fashioned way, if there's anything you want to talk about, 656-3776, 656-ESPN.
Now, everything's graded at training camp. And again, today's day one, no pads. But Joseph Hoyt from the Dallas Morning News tweeted out, Joe Milton had a really nice day. He had the throw of the day on a deep crossing route, rolling left to Jonathan Mingo. Calvin Watkins' statistics had Milton going 7 for 7.
Against air.
Well, no, there's coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overly physical, but there's coverage out there. I mean,
sure.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Quinnen Williams went to the podium today. He definitely wants to be with the Cowboys for the long haul, and he added, quote, I want to win. And you think about that defensive line group and how talented they are. Brian Schottenheimer said today that group can be elite.
Part of our winning edge, we believe, is owning the line of scrimmage. I'm really excited about those battles of watching our offensive line compete against what I think is going to be an elite defensive line. And so, you'll see a lot of padded work, and because we got to build some calluses and get ready.
Build some calluses and get ready.
Mm-hmm.
The defensive line should be really good. It's the other things that are still a question mark, the linebacking core and the secondary to some extent. But obviously that defense is much better. And if they can just stop the run, which is something the Cowboys haven't been able to do the last several years, if that improves, just think about, you've got to be extremely excited and happy about that.
Well, that's it. And again, the secondary should be better. I mean, you've got Durant and Thompson that were brought in, and then you drafted a Caleb Downs. And again, big expectations on a rookie, and everybody knows that.
Maybe it's coach speak. I'm not trying. I don't think we can put anything on Caleb Downs that is above what he expects for himself. He's a young player. He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. But like I said in the spring, I'll say it again, Caleb's not going to – he doesn't repeat mistakes. That is a sign of a young man that understands X's and O's in football, and he's wired the right way. If you haven't been around his mom and dad, I think you guys have in the press conference, his sister, his brother, obviously. But, yeah, he's his expectations are probably a lot higher than any of us have for him.
And I believe that. Look, I think Caleb Downs has the potential to be a superstar. And I think everybody thinks that. And the Cowboys fortunate to get him where they got him. I'm quite quite frankly, shocked that he didn't go sooner than that. But he's got all the potential to be one hell of a football player, and the Cowboys are expecting that out of him.
Well, and again, I think the other big thing on defense is who's wearing that green dot.
Yeah, it's going to be busy, which is good. We'll take turns. We rotate guys. Like I said, Mike and Dime, they move around in different spots, so they're interchangeable now, which, again, I think we learned last year we did not do a very good job of, myself included, of training different guys to do it. And, again, it doesn't have to be a certain player. It doesn't have to be the Mike linebacker. It could be a safety. It could be different people. It's going to be someone that's on the field all the time. But I would say we've got 3 or 4 candidates that we're really excited about. And but before I say their names, I want to get a couple days into practice.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just get a couple of days into practice and go from there.
Yeah.
And I know everybody wants to know who is on Brian Schottenheimer's Leadership Council.
The Leadership Council, he's a big part of it. So we've got 4 guys on defense. Before I get into it, so again, this was me with my list, the coordinators with their list of guys that we felt would, again, impact the locker room in the right way, speak up when they needed to me and to other people. So on defense, it's Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Jalen Thompson. On offense, it's Tyler Booker, Jake Ferguson, Tyler Smith, Javonte Williams, CD, and Dak, the birthday boy. And then you got Brian Anger for special teams. So it could have been 15 names, but I had to cap it somewhere, and I felt that these guys were the perfect fit. It's their council. It's not mine. They run it, and we've got a few of those guys that report to me every couple weeks and issues and problems and things that we'll try to address.
So this council, are they like narcs? I mean, they're going to Shotty and saying, "Hey, Joe Blow over there, he's slacking."
Yeah, to a degree. But police your own locker room, those are the guys. Those are the guys.
Wow.
And they organize the parties. The team dinners. They bring the cupcakes.
Yeah, sure they do. Dak Prescott ain't bringing nobody cupcakes.
Well, you delegate who's bringing the cupcakes.
Well, it ain't going to be Dak.
Well, but it might be on his Amex.
I mean, that sounded like that's what they did. They report to him, and that's interesting. And I don't know exactly, and I mean this in all sincerity. I'm not making fun of it, but I don't know what they do.
Well, every team has some sort of leadership council, kangaroo court, where you're holding everybody accountable. And I think if there are issues that somebody has that you're hearing in a locker room, somebody on that leadership council can tell the boss, like, "Hey, man, morale's a little low over here," or, "This guy, man, we got to get him some dude wipes. We got to fix that in the locker room." I mean, there's all kinds of things like that go on in a locker room.
All right, dude wipes, huh?
I mean, somebody's got to talk to somebody about hygiene.
Well, I totally agree with that, and I'm all for dude wipes. It's a good thing. So if that's what they're doing, that's good. Big decisions being made by that council that Shotty has put together. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
You've heard of team captains before, right?
I have.
What do you think team captains do?
Will they have a council? Dude, this is not team captains. This is a team council.
They're the team leaders.
It's different. Now, will they have a C, or will they have something else on their jersey?
Well, I don't think they get anything on their jersey. It's just they probably get the
captains do.
The captains do, but this is different. This is the council. Do we need to draw it up for you?
I think
you would get crowns.
There should be a patch for the council.
Well, I mean, there's not a patch, but they probably get the better seat in the plane.
They get stars.
I mean, well, no, that's not Ohio State.
I'm just saying. They can get badges. Yeah, we're the council. Don't screw up.
They get first dibs in the lunch line.
Dude, my goodness. Opie, Aunt B wants you. We got to take a break.
Yeah, we do.
We absolutely do. When we come back, CJ Stroud, is he going to get a contract before the season begins? And the season's going to begin in about 4 weeks, roughly? thereabouts, give or take, something like that. We'll talk about it. Nick Caserio talked about it today. We'll hear from him when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If your house is smelling a little bit off, that could be your air conditioner. It happens. I mean, when was the last time you had your AC unit deep cleaned? Never? If your house is smelling off, that's what it could be. That is why Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC developed what they call the Breathe Easy package. You're going to get all that stuff out of your system. What Quartermoon will do is deep clean your blower motor, blower wheel, and your AC housing. They'll clean the coil and then disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet. They'll also install a UV light that will zap bacteria and other stuff that's hiding in there. You'll get cleaner air, a fresher home, and an AC system that smells like it should. Again, if your house is smelling a little off, call Quartermoon and ask about the Breathe Easy package. They have great maintenance programs for your AC, and obviously if you're having a plumbing or an emergency with your AC, no company better to call than Quartermoon. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
You know, time flies, Penix. You know, they grow up so fast. Joseph Hoyt tweeted out that Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott turns 33 today. For perspective, Prescott is the 5th oldest projected starting quarterback in the NFL. They grow up fast, don't they?
Well, you still have Aaron Rodgers.
Is that a category you want to be in, the 5th oldest?
I mean,
I guess you don't have a choice, really, do you?
Well, you're still playing at a high level, so you go from there.
So who else? You mentioned Aaron Rodgers.
The Madden rankings, he's, what, number 6 or 7?
He's 7.
That came out today.
Yeah.
You know, which is a pretty good spot to be.
Sure. Rodgers is 42.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford's 38.
Okay.
How old is Kirk Cousins? Is he older than Dak?
It feels like it.
It feels like it, but I'm not for sure. So there's obviously 2 others that are older than Dak.
Kirk's 37.
So there you go. Cousins is 37.
Older, yeah.
So there's one more projected starter. And I'm trying to think who that would be. Geno Smith?
Maybe Geno. You just say projected starter.
Projected starter.
Yeah.
So we don't know if Kirk Cousins, although he is the number one guy, that was mentioned today by the Raiders.
Yep, Geno's 35.
Well, there you go, Geno. So
Kirk,
there it is.
Stafford.
Yep.
Rodgers.
All right, then. Well, Dak's in good company, isn't he?
Well, yeah. I mean, hell, didn't George plan to play at 48? Anything's
Sure.
possible. Brady went to 45. Dak's got 12 more years.
Brady's the GOAT. Well, who's he going to play for the next 12 years?
I mean,
Joe Flacco's still in the league, right?
The Jets?
Yeah, Joe Flacco's still in the league. You know, Phillip Rivers might be back. You never know.
Well, you never know. I mean, he made a return last year.
Yeah.
I just thought that was interesting. I had no idea, but 33, that's interesting.
It is. You know, I just saw something on Twitter, speaking of Cowboy quarterbacks. I'm sure we've all seen the videos from the police in Wisconsin with the DWI for Tony Romo. Apparently he lied to the cop.
He lied?
He did.
Why would he do that?
Well, he told the cop initially he was going to see Grandma and Grandpa. And according to publicly posted obituaries, all four of his grandparents are no longer with us.
Wow.
But later on in the same deal, when he was doing his exercises for the cops, he said, "Can we at least call my airplane's leaving? Can I call the jet and tell him I'm not? Thought you were going to see Grandma."
Well, maybe he has to fly to go see Grandma.
Ah.
You know, I mean, she may not live there in Madison, Wisconsin, or wherever he was.
Dude, that one edit when they asked him if he had any head injuries or a concussion, and they went through all his injury history. It's not a laughing matter, but that was funny.
The whole thing's funny. He has to stretch before he does the sobriety test.
Yeah.
And then he tells him he has to get out of the car because his back hurts. So he had too many back surgeries.
Yeah. I mean, you know I played in the NFL, right? And you're making me go through this?
They know. I think they knew. Ask him if he had any concussions lately. He said, not lately, but I've had a bunch.
That video is
it's sad. And we laugh, but it is sad.
I wonder, because yesterday there was the report that CBS was not going to do anything.
Right.
You wonder after the video if CBS has to rethink this.
You know, I don't know, but I mean, they had to know that was coming out. It's public, public property.
Sure.
Anybody can get that stuff. So they had to know it was coming out. But he doesn't look good. Obviously, he's drunk. Apparently, he had an open bottle of something in his car.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. But I don't know if this is his first. I think it is. I can't recall another time. So he'll probably get off with a pat on the butt. I mean, in all honesty.
When you look at it, and again, with Romo and a job that he has, you wonder how CBS will handle this. And you wonder if CBS is looking to get out of their deal. Now they have the reason. And again, it's just, dude, got a driver. And what about his friends, the people that he was with? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Allowing him to drive in that situation. Because, look, we've all been there. You all feel I'll just speak for me. I mean, you feel like you're okay. You can drive.
Yeah.
And you everybody else around you knows better.
And look, there's probably not many people that are listening to this show right now. We're talking to the microphone who hasn't at one point driven when they thought they were okay and probably shouldn't have, and fortunate that nothing happened.
True.
But you roll the dice enough, and eventually, and that's why it's awful, and everybody that sees that, and you go, but we've all been there, we've all done that, and we all know it's not right to do. But when you've got the level of status that he has and the financial abilities, what are you doing, man? And putting yourself through that embarrassment and your family, because it was bad enough to read about it. Then you see the video, and you're like, dude. Because TMZ has found everybody and can find anything except for who the hell Aaron Rodgers is married to. I saw somebody tweet that earlier. I wish that were my line, but nobody has seen Aaron Rodgers' wife.
The dude from Notre Dame that had a fake girlfriend.
Yeah, Manti Te'o. Yeah, but they found her. She doesn't exist.
I wonder if Aaron has a fake wife.
No, but
nobody's seen her.
She told him he could play one more year.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
apparently, reportedly,
supposedly.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Not the Panthers. Another Chris Brazzell tearing his LCL today at practice. Going to miss up to 8 weeks. Good gosh, man! 3 severe injuries so far today.
None involving the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, and that's good, although P.J. Locke left the field, but I saw a report he just kind of banged knees and should be just fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Now, and no major injuries out of the Texans' first practice today. And you do wonder if the C.J. Stroud contract talk becomes a little bit of a distraction during training camp, because that was a big topic today on day one for the Houston Texans, for both CJ and general manager Nick Caserio. Now, Nick Caserio is the king of word salad. He says nothing with a whole lot of words. But with what he did say, I kind of listened to him and thought, well, maybe they are close. I don't know.
Yeah, he's had a really good offseason. It's probably the best offseason he's had since he's been here. He's had a good attitude. He's been consistent. He's got the right mindset. I'd say we've definitely had productive conversations over the course of the spring. So, there's a possibility that something could come to fruition. So we'll work through it and, see what happens.
I guess I don't know how you judge the best offseason he's ever had. I'm not sure how you do. How do you judge that? In all honesty, because I would assume that C.J. Stroud works hard every offseason to keep himself in shape. Did he lift a few more pounds? Did he run a few more laps?
But
how do you determine that?
But conversations are happening, right?
Sure.
It's not like they're not talking at all.
How's the weather, CJ?
About the contract.
Oh.
Then Nick was asked, do you think something will get done during training camp?
Yeah, we'll see. I think we'll take it one day at a time. Like I said, we've had pretty constructive discussions here over the course of the spring. So I'd say, there's a possibility something can happen in training camp. If it doesn't happen in training camp, then we'll probably have to make a decision about, what we feel makes the most sense. So, like I said, try to take it one day at a time. And, if we reach an end point, great. If we don't, I think everybody understands what that, will entail as well.
Well, I don't understand. Nick, what does that mean?
Well, again,
it means that they don't want to sign him this year because they don't have to, number one. Number two, they want him to prove it. That's how I interpret that.
Take all the information in and just try to make the best decision possible. Have an understanding of what the market is, what are the dynamics. It's not necessarily about what other teams are doing.
Yeah,
we're focused on the Texans, and we're focused on doing what we feel is best for our team. So there's a lot of contracts that get done in the offseason. You have free agency, you have extensions, you have contracts that get done in training camp, you have contracts that get done during the course of the season. I think one of the things that we've shown is we're pretty flexible. So engage in the discussions, try to figure out if we can agree upon a certain level that everybody's comfortable with, and if we could arrive at that end point, great. If we can't, then maybe it's at a further point down the road. So I'd say to your question, Star, we try not to overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. Just take the information, and we're making an assessment about what we think potentially we have in the player, what it's going to look like moving forward. Doesn't mean we're going to be right on everything. Absolutely not. But we just try to make the right decision with the information that we have in real time. And if we got to make an adjustment along the way, then we'll make an adjustment.
Well, that's an interesting comment, though. Do you not know what you have in C.J. Stroud yet? I guess not. So he's going into his 4th year, and you don't know what you've got yet? That should tell you everything you need to know about how they feel about C.J. Stroud. If he's your guy, you should know what you've got and sign him or not.
But he also said later in the press conference today about the maturity level and the growth that CJ has had, and Will Anderson, for that matter, who did get paid.
Well, and because he earned it on the field.
And, and then you look at, he was asked about how CJ has handled criticism, and, he talked about the human nature of people. And reminded us all that CJ is human. But I'll go back to 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I didn't think that they were even talking. And do I think CJ should get a contract extension? No. But will he? I'm starting to lean yes, because that's what the tea leaves are saying. And I'll say this, the cheapest CJ Stroud is going to be is right now, before this season starts, knowing the other deals that are going to get done, Nick Caserio confirming that they have had conversations, more than one. It's not like, hey, we'll talk about it next year. So it does sound like there's some negotiating going back and forth between the two. We've heard Nick Caserio with other contracts before that weren't going to get done or weren't going to get done soon. Straight up say no. That's not the focus right now. We're worrying about that next offseason. Now, he said a lot of things that kind of ended a player's contract discussions through the media. He didn't say that today. He kept with similar cadence. Conversations are ongoing. They're evaluating. It's got to be the right deal. So Nick Caserio has a number in mind that they're willing to do now, and you wonder where CJ's number is at, and clearly it's not done yet because David Mulligetta is probably going a little bit high, and based on playoff performance, I'm sure Nick Caserio is saying, man, we love you, but only to this much right now. But if CJ does have the year that he's expected to, and this Texans team does what they're expected to, and they do end up with a nice playoff run, or your quarterback doesn't completely wet the bed in the postseason, then how much more is it going to be next year? And that's the only reason why that I think a deal could get done before the start of the season for CJ Stroud. And again, I wouldn't do it, but if you're the Texans and he's your guy, then you get it done now, because it's only going to cost you a boatload more if you wait.
I didn't hear that from Nick Caserio, that he's their guy. I didn't hear it. Now, Adam Schefter on Pat McAfee today says the organization is absolutely behind him and would like to get him re-signed to a contract. The Texans are behind the guy. He's their quarterback moving forward, and I think they're going to try and move ahead with a contract extension this summer. It doesn't sound like they've made a whole lot of progress yet, but I think it's something the Texans are going to keep trying to work at.
And I say this, if you're CJ Stroud and you're David Mulligetta, don't take this offer that by his playoff standard and the fact that it's not done, lowball, and I don't know what lowball is in this case, but if CJ believes in himself the way he does and should, knowing that he's going to make a lot more if he just waits, you're better off waiting. And that's probably the chicken and egg conversation that's going on between Mulligetta and Nick Caserio right now, is they could get a deal done. To me, it sounds like Houston kind of wants to get a deal done, but a deal that is based off of last year's playoff performance, not we believe in this guy 100%, and yeah, those are a couple of bad games, but we got you, because the business side of things, and that's one thing that we all know, the business side of the NFL is always the crappiest side. The team's got to try to save every nickel they can because of the salary cap. And based on playoff performance, is he going to get $58 million? No, but are they at 52? And if you're CJ and you're looking for 58 or 63, that's a pretty wide gap per year, or how the guarantees or the structure.
Well, it's not just his playoff performance of last year. It's what he's done since his rookie year. He has digressed every year since. And so it's not just the playoff performance. That's just a cherry on top. If the Texans think that's the best that they've got and that they can do, and they've got confidence that he can get better, I'm sure they're trying to lowball Mulligetta. And why wouldn't you? I would.
Yeah.
And if CJ wants to take a chance and a gamble on himself that he's going to have a good year and will get paid more in the offseason next year, then God bless him. Do it. Put your money where your mouth is. But I'm telling you, if somebody's offering me $52 million a year, I don't know. I think I would jump on that. You're not going to get north of $60 million if you're C.J. Stroud.
Not this year.
You're not.
But next year you would.
Oh, I don't know. It depends on what kind of season he has.
Well, and they don't have to even do it next year. They could tag him and they could kick the can down the road. But you look at a quarterback who has made the playoffs every year he's been in the league, all 3 years. They've had 2 playoff games in each of those years. Last year, he was awful in the postseason. With turnovers, his completion percentage was just over 50%. Last year's postseason was awful.
He cost the Texans a Super Bowl.
He did.
He did. And I don't care what anybody says. He cost them. And if you're Nick Caserio, you've got to look at that film and go, what the hell? Can he improve on that when the lights are the brightest? And I guarantee you, I can't guarantee it, but he cost them a trip to the Super Bowl.
He did, but last year was his highest completion percentage of his 3 years.
I don't look at anything like that. What was the average throw? 10 yards? I mean, that to me, that stat's meaningless.
It was 7.2.
Okay.
Which was higher than the year before at 7. His rookie year, it was 8. Now, his rookie year, he threw for 4,100 yards. Last year, he threw for just over 3,000. 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Rookie year was 23 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Year 2 was 20 and 12. But we all remember what it was in the postseason, and quite frankly, that's what matters most. But playoffs every year, playoff win every year that he's been in the postseason, and that's why I think Schefter is reporting that the Texans are behind him. They've got to figure out the playoffs, and keep in mind, run game and offensive line are improved this year, which should get you better quarterback play.
Well, it should. Absolutely it should. So if you're CJ, put your money where your mouth is. Don't sign anything this year. Tell them no. Do the Baker Mayfield. Done. We'll talk about it after the season's over. If you're that confident and you think he could pay, I don't know, another $8-10 million next year per year, why not wait? I mean, what's your hurry if you're CJ Stroud, if you really believe in yourself that much? Going to be interesting to see what they do, if they sign him this year or if they're going to wait. Hey, it's Houston Texans. That's their problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It sure is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, we got to take a break, but when we come back, we'll hear a little more from Brian Schottenheimer. And the Spurs may have a new television partner. We'll talk about it all when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about or had an opportunity to get in on the ground floor of a great opportunity and you passed it by and you regretted it? Well, guess what? I've got another opportunity for you to get in on the ground floor of something that is very exciting. And I tell you what, very schwanky, quite frankly. If you ever want to drive an exotic or a luxury vehicle without the commitment of buying one, Pascucci Prestige has something really unique. Right now, they're looking for founding members. So ground floor opportunity right here. And those members are going to get exclusive perks. Instead of owning just one car, you can get access to an incredible fleet of luxury and exotic vehicles. Get this, date night, first date perhaps, anniversary. Taking your kid to school the first day. Can you imagine driving up in a nice Lamborghini and letting the kid out? Talk about some street cred. Oh, my goodness. That would be outstanding. Business meetings, weekend getaways, or just because. Can you imagine just getting behind the wheel of a car that, you've only dreamed of? Look, key membership benefits. You drive 5 driving days every month in the vehicle of your choice, 1,000 miles every month to use across the vehicles you drive, early access to brand new vehicles before anybody else, plus the opportunity to help influence what gets added to the fleet. Founding members get in at the beginning. Ground floor opportunity, become part of something exclusive. They're even offering discounts for their first founding members. Look, this is a great opportunity. It's certainly worth checking out, don't you think? Visit PascucciPrestige.com. That's PASCUCCI Prestige.com. You want to ask them about becoming a founding member before all the spots fill up. And they will. PascucciPrestige.com. PASCUCCI Prestige.com.
SportsStar.com. San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick. Enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Powell. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at ChristusHealth.org.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
For a lot of workplaces, the work week doesn't end on Friday. That's why there's EasyCater, the best way to order food from favorite restaurants for your hardworking team, even on weekends. With EasyCater, you'll find great options for any group size and any shift, with tools to help meet dietary needs, stay on budget, and simplify expenses, all backed by our award-winning 24/7 support. EasyCater, your Monday through Sunday workplace food platform. Start an order for your weekend crew at easycater.com.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
UTSA Athletics has secured a landmark agreement with a local favorite, Las Palapas. San Antonio brand will serve as the official uniform patch sponsor for Roadrunner Soccer starting this fall. Deal represents the first game uniform patch sponsorship for any program in UTSA history. Texas Rangers, Tampa Bay Rays continue their series today. First pitch set for 5:40. You can catch it on ESPN AM 1250 and 94.5 FM.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Penix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Yeah. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a good one, whatever you're doing, however you're getting it done. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy to have you along. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Penix, and I know he's happy too.
Always happy. Dude, it's Wednesday. It's our pickleball night. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Hump day!
Wait a minute, what?
We play pickleball on Wednesdays.
Wow. Okay, nice. Pickleball. Well, you're not old at all.
What do you mean?
Jason and Joanna's pickleball night. Y'all have matching outfits? And
No, not matching outfits.
All the nice, Penix. That's great. I'm glad you're in a routine, a little exercise, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Well, pickleball's not exactly.
If you're playing singles, you're running your ass off.
All right, you playing singles?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Really? Against your wife?
Sure.
Oh. I thought maybe y'all met up with a nice, older couple too, and got out there and had a good time.
You were so out of the loop on. I mean, it's become a sport that all ages are playing.
Well, absolutely. I just, I didn't.
No, because you don't do anything. So you think I did think it was an old people sport until I started playing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great, Jason. I'm happy for you. I am happy for you. That's awesome.
I'm going to go on tour soon.
Yes. Jason Penix on the pickleball tour.
A lot of athletes investing in teams.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal.
Tom Brady, Drew Brees.
It is a big deal. There's a lot of big buildings going up that used to be something else that are turning into pickleball places.
Well, see, that's the problem not the problem. We started playing out a couple weeks ago. It's something that I've wanted to do for a couple of years, to be honest.
Sure.
But all these pickleball places, it's damn near impossible to get a court if you don't have a membership, right?
True.
So we just play at the neighborhood tennis courts, kind of learning the rules to make sure we're actually going to do this before you try to join one of those clubs. You see what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a club close to or in the vicinity of where you live, I would think.
They're everywhere. So
well,
yeah,
they should be.
But you go in there; those are all serious people, and so we've got you've got to learn it.
Now we went out to a place. It was downtown. We did a show there. I can't remember the name.
The King of Paddle.
That's it. Yeah. And Monta Ginobili was there playing not pickleball,
paddleball.
Paddleball.
Yeah.
Now that looked like exercise.
That's next level.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Although I remember you kind of sweating your ass off and out of breath after we were just shooting a little video trying to play pickleball.
Well, dude, I mean, I don't do cardio. That's the problem. It's a little overrated.
A little overrated.
It's not. But you know what I'm saying? It's pickleball's fun. I jest. Oh.
It is fun.
I might have to drive by and get a little video of this.
So you want to play?
No, I really don't.
You know you want to play.
No,
you do.
I'm good.
He wants to play so bad.
You want to play.
Yeah, I really don't.
You do. And once you start playing, you'll be like, all right, pickleball.
I played out at we went out and went somewhere. This place called the Pickler, out by Rolling Oaks Mall.
Yeah.
And really nice place. I mean, it was swanky. It was really nice, and we played. I was out there. Rob Thompson was out there, and Alex, and the boss Morgan, and
she kicked your ass, didn't she?
Well, no, I didn't play against her. We played in one of the little girls that works there, and she kicked our ass.
Yeah.
But other than that, but it was fun. A lot of fun. A couple old guys like me and Rob out there with bad knees, and it's always comical.
It is, but it's fun. You know, and again, you get out. Although we go like at 9:00 because it's only like 89 degrees.
Oh, so there's lights out there.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. It's a fancy outdoor place. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I can't wait to graduate to one that's indoors and air conditioning that serves beer.
I don't know.
It's like
do any of them serve beer? Honestly, I don't know.
BYOB. I mean, yeah, no, because I went to a place kind of in the middle of nowhere on the way to New Braunfels called the Cranky Pickle. And and I love that place. They sell beer.
Okay. Well, Chicken and Pickle does.
Yeah, Chicken and Pickle is more about the beer than the pickleball.
Well, they've got everything.
But you can't get a quart over there. It's impossible.
Well, you never know if you reserve in advance.
Again, do I reserve anything in advance? No.
Well, I mean, as you guys get better and you have a date night every Wednesday night, you got to find a better place to go.
I mean, right by the house is great enough for me.
Okay. All right. That's
and
awesome.
you know, it's crazy because I really wish our neighborhood would get rid of the tennis court. I've never seen anybody play tennis there. Now, granted, until a couple of weeks ago, I'd never seen what our tennis court situation looked like because in the 5 years of paying all the HOA fees, I finally went there. It's like we go to the pool once a year just to say we did.
Yeah.
But I don't I don't want to go to the neighborhood pool. Too many damn kids.
Yeah, there's a lot. You had a neighborhood pool?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You drive past it every time you come to the house.
Yeah, really?
You do.
Huh. I guess I've never noticed.
Well, they don't want you to see it.
Because my brother lives in the same neighborhood you do.
Yeah, well, you're not coming to my house. You're going to your brother's house.
Well,
yeah, right when you come through the gate, if you take a left, it's right there.
I did not know that. I'll have to check that out.
I mean, we know you're overly observant, so I'm not surprised you never knew it was there.
I'm not looking for a swimming pool when I pull into your neighborhood.
It's not that you have to look for a swimming pool. There's just things that you see and go, and you just keep going.
I'll pay attention.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
No, he doesn't pay attention.
I don't, and don't really care if there's a pool or not. I'm glad to know that there is one.
No, you don't care.
I really don't. Enjoy your pickleball. Jason, do you guys walk and like hold hands while you're walking down the street?
No, I drive.
Oh, you drive?
Because I'm going to be too tired coming back to walk all the way back. Because we walk a mile every day. My wife started her training for the San Antonio Marathon. She'll do the half again.
That's cool.
Although every year she says she's not going to do it, but every year she signs up for it. And so, like, I want to go play on Tuesday because yesterday she started running with her. She's got a coach this year. She finally's like, I'm going to get a run coach. So I was like, well, let's go play on Tuesday nights after your run because. Well, I mean, she's in far better shape than I'm in, so I'll have a chance, right? Because her legs are already going to be dead tired.
Well, that's why she doesn't want to go.
That's why she doesn't want to go.
Well, I mean, she probably enjoys kicking your ass.
See, that's the thing. The couple times we played, I have kicked her ass in every one.
Nobody believes that.
She is yet to beat me in pickleball.
Nobody believes that, Penix.
You can text her and ask her. She's not going to lie.
Well, no, she never does.
No.
But I just, I have a hard time with that.
I'd kick your ass too. I'm pretty good at
Dude,
this.
That's great.
I mean, you know,
if I ever want to get into pickleball, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you went out like bought rackets and everything, right? I mean, you're serious.
Absolutely, got a whole little kit.
Wow.
Beer bet.
Now, if I could actually learn the rules, which are a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Because I don't know the rules.
You got to get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, you got to stay out of the kitchen. And I'm playing on a tennis court. There is no defined kitchen. So it's a little bit of the honor system.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, why don't they paint a line out there?
Because the HOA is keeping it a tennis court instead of being like everybody else and turn them into pickleball courts, which is what needs to happen.
Well, it should happen.
And I'm glad they haven't yet because then everybody would use them. Now nobody uses the tennis court.
Because they don't know where the kitchen is.
They don't know where the kitchen is.
Damn. Well, there you go. Take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Just take some chalk out there, Penix, and draw it on.
I don't care enough. We have the honor system.
See, you're cheating like a.
I'm not. No. I mean, you know, although my wife sent me earlier a bunch of like official pickleball rules.
Because she knows you're cheating.
You know, well, she's the one that makes up the rules.
Jason
and then she
DeChambeau.
changes the rules. I'm like, why is that not a rule this time, but it was that time? And she changes it. So today she sent me the rules to prepare for tonight, which is why I'm thinking about it.
Well, that's good. I'm
just
happy
got that
for
text.
you.
Now, odd question. Do you still hold hands with your wife?
Yeah.
All right, because you mentioned that. Gibbs says, my parents have been married 49 years and still hold hands.
Yeah, I hold hands with Maggie.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's cool. I wasn't making fun of that.
Yeah.
Just, seeing you guys walk down the street, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
You should go for a walk with your wife, Ryan Eagle.
Well, if she was in town, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not the walking kind. People in my neighborhood walk all the time. You see them out there and walking their dogs and stuff, and it's like, well, I don't know anybody in my neighborhood.
How do you get your cardio?
Except the people on either side of me.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
know
got
them,
the
but
one-eyed
never.
neighbor that you're not a fan
But,
of.
well, no, not at all, because she scared the crap out of me. But now that I've got my sprinkler fixed, I have no problems.
Yeah.
They don't bother me anymore.
And that's nice.
The pirates stopped sailing by?
Yeah, she did.
And my friend Brian just texted, so you're good at a sport where you just stand there. Yep.
Yep. Exactly right. Spurs may have a new television home.
Maybe.
It could be. It sounds like it's about to happen. They're talking, it sounds like. We'll tell you all about it when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries do happen. Blame pickleball. And when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. It's conveniently located in the Corey area. They have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
All right, step up if you really know the Rangers. This is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
Tamalitos Authentic Mexican Food is now available at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. And don't forget, Tamalitos Restaurants is giving away over $1,000 at the upcoming Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
When it comes to sports, San Antonio knows where to tune. On 94.1 San Antonio.
Don't do that.
My mic was off anyway.
Oh, was it really?
Woo! It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on a hump day. Happy you're with us on this Wednesday afternoon. Hump day. If you're off work, well, you're over the hump. Sliding into Thursday. The weekend is in sight, that's for sure. We got a lot to get into. The Spurs may have a new media partner, but I think, Jason, you saw something during the break that is very interesting.
Yeah, just dropped a couple of minutes ago on ESPN.com. According to sources, and this is a Baxter Holmes article, the NBA investigation into whether the Clippers circumvented the salary cap to pay Kawhi could drag in to 2027 if the parties don't agree on the findings or any proposed settlement that involves punishing the team, sources with knowledge of the case told ESPN on Wednesday. Now, sources close to the NBA Players Association with knowledge of the investigation said the union would not hesitate to take the matter to arbitration if the NBA sought penalties without sufficient evidence proving the claim that the Clippers have denied since the league's probe began nearly 10 months ago.
Well, that's interesting, and I'm sure the NBA, that's why this investigation is taking so long. If they have something and want to do something, they got to make sure all the ducks in a row. But so is this trade with the Clippers and the Raptors completely off the table now, or is that still hanging out there?
Again, I think all of it is still probably in play, but as you get closer to the start of training camp, they've all got to make decisions. Now, the Clippers remain adamant that they did not funnel money to Kawhi through aspiration. One source close to the team with knowledge of the investigation said the team would fight to the end, including through arbitration. Now, the way I'm reading this, I don't know if there will be anything punishment-wise for Kawhi Leonard. So I'm not sure about the association, the Players Association, taking it to arbitration. Because it looks like the penalties are going to go towards the team. And that is why the trade was called off, because Adam Silver said if you trade Kawhi, the punishment would be assumed by Toronto. And they want nothing to do with the punishment. And maybe they kind of know what the punishment is because, it does sound a little bit like, are they negotiating on the penalty here? And the Clippers keep saying we didn't do anything wrong. And the amount of investigation, we've seen other reports that talk about hundreds of thousands of documents, which my goodness. But they've been investigating this for 10 months.
Yeah.
And this might go into 2027. And that doesn't mean January 3rd. It could be at any point. But the season starts in October. Training camp. I mean, it's August 1st is Saturday. So at what point does the NBA, especially the Clippers and the Raptors, do something? And the way it stands right now, I think that trade's got to be off. Everybody just goes about their business as if it didn't happen. And then when the hammer comes down, the hammer comes down.
Well, I guess so. But, boy, I tell you what, first of all, I think Toronto was kind of dumb to even engage in all of this without doing their due diligence, but they were. So, yeah, go back to where you're at. This thing, I have a feeling Kawhi is going to skate. I really do, and that's sickening, in all honesty. And maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe he didn't know anything. But, man, he just should be punished just because.
Now, under the 2023 collective bargaining agreement, penalties for salary cap circumvention can include team fines up to $7.5 million, direct forfeiture of draft picks, the voiding of any player contract, and a suspension of up to a year for any team personnel found to have engaged in such a violation. So maybe Kawhi could be suspended up to a year and that contract be voided, which is where the union would come in. Because if it's a $7 million fine and you lose a draft pick, I mean, that's just going about our day. I mean, when you think about it, I don't know, but you got the whole deal with the Raptors and Clippers in that trade that you have to figure out.
Well, they got to figure it out. And again, I'm with you. I think if I'm Toronto, I'm probably just saying that, screw it. Not going to get it done. Let's just forget about it and go on about our business until this is all said and done. Now, for Kawhi, what is Kawhi, 35?
Yeah.
I mean, if this thing drags on and I'm assuming while it's under investigation, he can still play. So, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, obviously the league cannot punish without sufficient evidence.
Right.
But did anybody think they were going to punish without sufficient evidence? I mean, they've got an independent law firm that's making $1 gazillion on billable hours that's doing the investigation. What's the cover up here? Who knew what and when? But also you look at, all right, he got what, 40, 50 million? It's a $7 million fine and you lose some picks. Now the voiding of the contract is a big deal, obviously, and if you get suspended, but would it be the GM or the assistant GM or whoever? I mean, Kawhi's fired both of his agents, including his uncle. He's hired new representation, basically saying, dude, I didn't know anything about it. If those guys did something shady, I fired them. I've got a new guy now. He's not responsible for anything.
Yeah. Well, look, Uncle, what's his name?
Dennis.
Kawhi's been in bed with that guy for a long time.
Well, it's his uncle.
Well, I got a lot of uncles. I'm not sure I'm going to go into business with them.
Sure.
So, I mean, and again, he's caused Kawhi a lot of problems and
made him a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying. So, on the other hand, he's done that. But I don't know. We'll see. I hate the fact that this could drag on another year, another 6, 7, 8, 10 months.
I mean, it's August. They're saying 2027.
Yeah. So, but that could mean anything. Yeah. Right? I mean, 2027 could mean anything. Could be January 1, could be December 31st. I mean, boy, it's just nuts. So, well, we'll wait and see. But that was the breaking news that Jason found during the break. The other piece of news today regarding basketball is the fact that the Spurs may have a new broadcast partner. FanDuel is gone.
Yep.
That's out. And so they're without a broadcast partner for local games where you see Sean Elliott and, well, it used to be Jacob Toby or Bill Land. But this is interesting, and I would have never thought about this. DAZN.
Yeah, Sports Business Journal has a report today that says DAZN is close to acquiring full exclusive local broadcast rights for 5 NBA teams that used to be a part of FanDuel, which is now out of business: Minnesota, Cleveland, Indiana, Memphis, and the San Antonio Spurs. They're also close to securing streaming-only arrangements with Orlando and Charlotte. Now, and working on a streaming deal with Gotham Group, which is an app that's a joint deal with Yes Network and MSG for the New York area teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to the Sports Business Journal, there was a point where DAZN was looking to merge with Main Street, which is the parent company of FanDuel. That fell apart. They let them collapse so they can go after these independently. Now, there's a couple of words in there that pay attention to, because 5 teams, exclusive local deal, and then 2 teams streaming only. So I wonder, just when I see the term exclusive, would that eliminate the Ken's TV broadcast? Would that eliminate the games that are on the CW if they've got the exclusive on the local broadcast rights? I don't know, but I know.
Well, no, not if Ken's and CW are still under contract. There's nothing they can do about that.
I mean, can they get out of the contract?
I
mean,
I don't know. I don't know what the language is, but if Ken's has still got 2 or 3 years left on his contract, you signed a contract. I mean, that's got to be written into it. Then once that contract ends, then if you want to make it an exclusive deal, then you can do that. But I would assume as long as they're under contract, unless they're going to pay them, all their money back.
I mean, again, acquiring full exclusive local broadcast rights. Now, you could take that a couple ways. I'm with Joe. I think there's still going to be a bunch of games on Ken's. There always has been, but we can't live in a world of this is the way we used to do it, especially in the world of television, because so much of that has changed. Then I look at it and go, all right, well, how does that affect me? Because that's what all of you should be asking. I don't know what it would cost us individually to be able to watch the games on DAZN. But I looked up DAZN. You can get it. There's some different tiers, $34.99 a month, or if you sign up for the year, it's $24.99 a month, or you can pay like $249. But that's just getting it now.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to cost in addition to having DAZN and getting games? Or can you just buy the Spurs? Or they've got a bunch of teams, do you get all the NBA teams? But it looks like it could cost you some money to get yet another app to be able to watch the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, it was $20 with FanDuel.
Yep.
And it was horrible.
It was a crap service.
So, if it's $20 with DAZN, if that's all that it is, or $25, and it's decent, then I think people will sign up. Like, people are going to watch the Spurs. They're going to do whatever. Most people are going to do whatever it takes to do that, especially now, and with them being the favorites to win it all, and will be for some time. People are going to pay the money. But DAZN can't come in here for just local broadcasts alone, if that's all that this is, and screw everybody.
I mean, they can.
I guess they can.
I mean, and if, according to the Sports Business Journal, they're close to getting that deal done. They didn't say done deal, but close to. I did reach out to the Spurs. They say nothing to share regarding our future local game distribution plans. So, obviously, it's not done. So, all right, nothing to share. But,
sure.
But they're going to come up with something.
Well, they have to.
And if it's a streaming partner, how much is it going to cost? And for what? Because I look at what the Texas Rangers just did. The Texas Rangers started the season using one service, and it kind of sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And during the All-Star break, they switched to another one.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, what if I paid already for the year? Well, that's between you and them. Although we're offering you a special over here, especially, they're trying to make it right. But everybody is scrambling because the TV world has changed so much. And years ago, you cut the cord to save money. Now you got to have a gazillion different apps, and you can save money, but now you got to choose what your priorities are and what you want to watch.
Well, absolutely. But look, the Spurs are going to be a priority to most people around these parts. So whatever they have to do with this, look, this just isn't the Spurs. There's a lot of teams involved in this thing: the Timberwolves, the Cavs, the Pacers, and the Grizzlies. So there's other teams involved. And DAZN, when it first came out, was designed as and correct me if I'm wrong, a boxing-only service.
Well, that's where they started.
Sure, and now they're branching out, which I find interesting.
I mean, it's a company that's growing, and Everybody out there is trying to get into sports because that is where the money is at right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a reason our company moved us from 1250 to 94.5 to the big FM stick of 94.1. Sports is the only appointment viewing out there. There's a gazillion dollars to be made. Hell, did you see this thing today? Delta and DraftKings have come up with a partnership where you could do what they're calling sky bets. There's no money involved in this, which is kind of weird, but you've got to have a DraftKings account, and it allows you to do stuff while you're flying. When I first saw the headline, I thought you were going to be able to play over-under on how late the plane was going to be and if your bag was going to be there.
Well, you know what I find interesting, and in all sincerity, when you take a cruise or a boat out and you're in international waters, I mean, if you're 35,000 feet in the air, is that international skies?
Well,
where you could legally bet? I mean, why don't they put blackjack tables on airplanes? Dice tables, slot machines?
I mean,
let's go.
I mean, how big would that plane have to be? But I'm with you. Now, I can tell you that when I've been in the air, it was on the wonderful Wi-Fi of Southwest Airlines, and I've tried to use my Underdog app. I can't do it. They can't confirm your location, and I don't know how they'll do this on a plane with this whole deal with Delta. I just think it's kind of funny. Sky bets. And again, what's it a way to do? Get you to download the app, pass a little time while you're on the plane, and go to town.
Okay, just in case you're wondering, an altitude of 35,000 feet is not considered international airspace. Altitude doesn't determine whether a flight is domestic or international. So if you're in the United States and you're flying, well, you're still in the United States. If you're over whatever country there is, you're over whatever country there is. So it doesn't matter how high you are.
But see, like with the prop betting, it's not legal in every state. So if you're like with my Underdog app, there are certain states I've been in, you're not allowed to play.
Really?
Yep.
But you can play in Texas.
You can play in Texas.
Huh.
So, but if they can't determine your location, and when I've been on a plane, Underdog doesn't work.
Interesting. We had an interesting conversation at Retama Park the other day about gambling and betting and the process that it takes to try and talk these politicians into doing what is right.
Just put it to the vote of the people.
That's all we want. That's it. That's it. All right, we got to take a break. We will come back and wrap things up with maybe some shoddy sounds, some good old Andy Griffith for you before we leave on this Wednesday night. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know me, you listen to this show enough, you know the Rue Pub is my go-to spot. Watch any big game, any big event. And this time of year, it's about where you're going to have your fantasy draft party, and no better place than the Rue Pub. In fact, if you message the Rue on social media or through ingrambargroup.com, book your fantasy draft party because they got great specials that have wings and beers. And look, it's a great place to go hang out. Hang out with your friends. Don't do it online in a bunch of people in different locations. Get together and have a good time. You know, the Rue Pub, a great bar, but also a great restaurant. The food is fantastic. Those wings, they're the biggest and best in town. Love the fried shrimp. They've got about, 15 different hamburgers on the menu. Their chicken sandwich, the hot dogs. It's Wednesday night, steak night at the Rue Pub. No better deal for a great steak than the Rue Pub there at 281 in Redland Road. I'm told their salads are wonderful, the appetizers, and that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. That's the OG Rue Pub at 281 in Redland Road. Rue Pub in Rockport, open, heading to the coast. Make sure you hit up the Rue Pub in Rockport. And number 3 will be opening just in time for football season here in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Get into the Rue Pub. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place for your fantasy draft party and to watch whatever game you're looking for. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last. At the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Keith Roseanne's lost all of her humor. She's a miserable woman.
I never found her funny, so she just got more miserable.
Snooki. Damn.
She was a cochina. It was like, bleh.
All right, enough of this. Grow up, Vic. I can't do this all day.
Yes, we can.
That's a Jersey Susia.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Rob Thompson, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It has been a big day here on the Blitz. Lots to talk about, lots happening. NFL football obviously in full swing. Training camps underway for everybody and the drama that comes with that. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Penix. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And Jason, before we talk about anything else, we're obligated to give away some great tickets.
Obligated.
It's our pleasure to do it.
I mean, that's true. I mean, there is an obligation, but we also want to make sure you guys get to go. Got a 4-pack of tickets to the Hunters Extravaganza happening next week on August 7th through the 9th out at the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall. We'll be in Oxnard. I'll probably not be able to go until Sunday.
Which is too bad because I enjoy that.
It's such a cool event, from just meeting so many different people, the beef jerky samples that you can get, seeing the snakes and the gators.
Whoa, hey!
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when Ryan Eagle gets close to a rattlesnake.
Dude, you ain't kidding, man.
You guys want to go? We've got a 4-pack of tickets we'll give away right now. Caller number 12. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Good luck. Win that 4-pack of tickets. So,
Rob Thompson's going to be out there on that Friday.
On that Friday, yeah.
Because we'll be doing our show on the tennis court. So Rob is going to be down there. All the fun. It's a great event. I love going every year.
There you go, hang out with Rob. I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there.
Rob, a rattlesnake, and a gator.
There you go, and some
Walked
beef jerky.
Into the Freeman Coliseum Expo Hall.
Got themselves some beef jerky and had a time.
Dude, last year there was a dude that has barbecue seasonings. Had his set up there.
Yeah. I remember that.
I bought some of that.
Good stuff.
Damn good stuff.
Yeah.
I hope he's back. I got to remember what it was called.
Well, they always have cool setups of different stuff like that. And so, just for whatever. I mean, it's stuff you couldn't even imagine. But it is a lot of fun. Did we hold alligators last year?
Yeah. I think we hold the alligators every year.
Yeah,
we don't hold the snakes. But it's always fun to be around the snakes, and you get the dude to blow up a balloon and piss off the snake and watch that balloon disappear.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to have anything to do with it. That dude just walks around in that pen with all those rattlesnakes.
Well, he's got the boots on for
I
it.
don't care, man.
I mean,
they'd have to be up to my hips.
No, it's not a job I would want.
No.
Now, there are a lot of jobs out there that I wouldn't want. That's right up there at the top.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's not afraid. Yeah, I tell you about growing up in Alice, I used to have a neighbor. His name was Dr. Albert.
Yeah.
And you never saw him. But his house was on the corner of my street. And then next to him, he owned the lot. And it was just a vacant lot with, trees. It was like a little jungle right there.
Yeah.
And we'd all, go hang out in there and mess around. But apparently the legend was, Dr. Albert had been bitten by a rattlesnake so many times that he was immune.
Really?
To the poison. Now, that was the legend.
I don't believe that.
I'm just saying. That was the legend. Nobody ever saw Dr. Albert. Never came out of his house.
So you never saw this guy?
I never saw him.
In your whole life?
No.
But you would go play in the lot next to him?
Absolutely.
I mean, it sounds like a bad horror movie.
It could have been. No, I don't think any kids were missing at that time. But, yeah, Dr. Albert, he was always one of those mysterious dudes that you didn't know. Dr. Albert.
I don't think he was real.
Well, somebody lived in that house. Was it the Wizard of Oz? I don't know.
Were the lights on?
Yeah, well,
did you go trick-or-treating at Dr. Albert's house?
No, I was afraid to do that.
Chicken.
I didn't want to do that. But that was a legend. I mean, you didn't have any legends in your hometown? Scary stories?
Quit being a wussy! I'm sure we did. I don't remember.
Well, obviously you didn't, or you'd know about it.
Old Coppers Cove, Texas.
Sounds like a haunted place.
I mean, a story like that, weird house? No. We didn't have like the railroad tracks kind of deal. Nothing.
Well, that sucks, man. What a boring childhood you had.
I mean, you have no idea.
Damn, dude.
Why do you think I left? I mean, no, I don't honestly remember any crazy haunted house type places. Now, granted, though, I mean, it's a military community, so very transient in the sense that, your best friend's there one day and then, dad gets transferred and he's gone.
Well, true.
You do have a lot of people that are from there or never left. Like my brother, although he was in the Army, but went back. I got a handful of friends that have never left, but for the most part, you get the hell out of there.
Well, yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Although, look, Alice was a great place to grow up. Dairy burger and all.
I mean, Copper's Cove, I mean, no. I mean, you think about like Copper's Cove back then was a dry county.
That sucks.
It does. So you could, I mean, and you couldn't go to Killeen because you had all the Army dudes from Fort Hood that were close to Killeen. But you can go to Lampasas. And, there's a beer barn in Lampasas. And back in high school, all you had to do was show like your school ID and they were serving you, right? So that was cool. But generally, you had Cruise Key Avenue. They had Storm's Burger, which is far better, I promise you, than Dairy Burger.
You don't know that.
Storm's Burger is fantastic.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I've never had a Storm's Burger, and you've never had Dairy Burger. So how dare you?
Well,
blasphemy.
I mean,
Dairy Burger.
When you tell me about your Dairy Burger place has great chicken strips, then I'm not getting the burger there. Steak strips. Then I know at that point the burger's mid, and that's why you got the strips, right?
I never got a burger at Dairy Burger, I'll be honest with you. It was always steak strips.
Yeah, see?
If you're going there, that's what you got.
See, if you're going to Storm's Burgers, you're getting a burger, and it's fantastic. And then you'd end up in, somebody's land, bonfire, and beer. I mean, that's how we grew up. And in Lampasas, they have their annual summer festival, which just happened a couple of weeks ago. Every year, the Spring Hoe celebration, the Lampasas Spring Hoe.
Dude, I still don't understand how that was there has to be some meaning behind
Well,
that.
there is a meaning behind it. And
you
it's
don't
not
know what it
you
is?
think. I mean, we've looked it up, but it's been a joke since then.
Is it like a hoe that you hoe the garden with?
No, it's got something to do with the springs in the Lampasas River. Hell, I don't know.
There's a hoe in the river?
There's a lot of them in the summertime. Good times, if you know what I mean. But we digress.
Hoe down?
Their big festival is, see, in Copper's Cove, we had Rabbit Fest.
Rabbit Fest?
Ain't no damn rabbits, but we had Rabbit Fest. In Luling, they have the Watermelon Fest. Poteet has strawberries.
Sure.
Lampasas has hoes. The Lampasas Spring Hoe. And they do the Spring Hoe celebration in July. It doesn't make any sense in the world.
So, where'd you say Copper's Cove had the
Rabbit
hoes?
Fest. No, Lampasas.
Oh, so you go to Lampasas if you were looking for a good time.
I mean, yeah.
Where the hoes hang out.
Wasn't there somebody famous that was a hoe?
A Lampasas Spring Hoe.
Well, I'm just saying, wasn't there like a TV person?
A former News 4 anchor.
Yeah.
Yes. Delane Matthew.
Oh, wow, she was a hoe.
She was a Lampasas. She was Miss Spring Hoe.
So what do you call them? Miss Spring Hoe?
I have no idea.
I'm
mean,
curious
we could
about
text her and
this.
ask her. I mean...
You ever say, look at that hoe over there?
I guess she was proud to be a hoe.
Dude, it's now that I'm older and you look back, you go, no. And some of my friends that are in Lampasas and Facebook just happened. A friend of mine, she was on the committee this year, and it's just like, all right.
So when does this festival take place? Summertime?
It was like 2 weeks ago. It was July.
Why didn't we go?
Joe's looking for hoes.
Because it's not that. You're not going to the bunny ranch. It's not that.
Dude, I get it, but still, for girls to compete to be the spring hoe, I mean, and I know it's got some, but I'm just saying, that's like
it's a time-honored tradition, Joe.
Yeah, to be the best hoe in Lampasas. Wow. Okay. That's something you carry with you the rest of your life.
Now I'm going to show you the Spring Hoe Nights 2026. Seriously, I'll try. I can't show this picture on the camera's too far away, but I'll let Ryan Eagle.
I can zoom in.
Look at these photos from my friend Shane. Who a huge thank you to Joe Graces for the beautiful Spring Hoe framed artwork, and to Lacey for the adorable hat and cup and gift basket, because Shane was on the Spring Hoe committee. You think I'm lying?
I zoomed in for you.
Oh,
there's Shane. Hold on. Bear Real Estate, obviously, is a sponsor.
They sponsored it, but look at the trophies that the girls got for being Spring Hoe. And
How many hoes are in that photo?
It's the trophies.
There's no hose in here.
Well, if you keep scrolling, you'll see a lot of stuff. That's probably, I don't know what that's Shane's Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But hang on, Pledger, you still zoomed. Let me show you.
Zoomed in for you.
All right. And again, hang on.
If you're expecting hose, there's not any.
No, July 17th is when she posted the photos of the after of the wonderful trophies that were going on. Apparently, Pledge can't zoom enough. But you guys can all Google the Lampasas Spring Hoe.
Yeah, why don't you take the time to do that tonight?
It's a real thing.
Yes.
And you won't get in trouble with work for Googling the Lampasas Spring Hoe. You'll be highly disappointed, though.
I don't know. Delane Matthews is pretty shiny.
And she was in high school, too. This year was the Stars and Stripes celebration at Lampasas Spring Hoe.
Well, obviously, Lampasas, that's a very dear term to them. And for us 10-year-olds, it means something else.
July 7th from 3:30 to 6:30, now this is past, was in downtown Lampasas, Sip, Shop, and Spring Hoe.
Are we shopping for a spring hoe, or are we?
Sounds like it.
I'm wondering. Now, how far is Lampasas from Copperas Cove?
20 minutes.
Oh, well, you guys were there all the time looking for
all
hoes,
the time,
huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Just travel down 190.
Yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
Hey, if they're right there.
Yeah.
And they're advertising, for goodness sake.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Well, now, as I'm scrolling Shane's Facebook, back in June, applications are open for Miss Spring Hoe and Little Miss Spring Hoe 2026. Become part of a beloved Lampasas tradition. Stars, Stripes, and Spring Hoe Nights was this year's thing. Why didn't we see this before? We could have had a lot of fun with that.
Well, I think we did already, and we can, dive into that some more hoes tomorrow. I mean, you never know. Well, hey, if you're a Lampasas person, congratulations.
See, on our YouTube, Jesse says Joe needs to be a judge next year.
I do, yes. I agree with
Gibbs
that.
says we need a San Antonio Spring Hoe. Dude, just go to...
I think you can find a spring, summer, fall, or winter.
Oyster Bake, my friend. We already have one. It's under a different name.
Susia?
Oh, interesting
Lord.
stuff.
Let's get out of here.
Extra Innings with Pleasure is coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join the fellows in the morning, AJ and Rob, for the AJ and Rob Show. They'll get you started at 6 o'clock mañana. Penix and I will be back here at 2. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville.